about who he and how much.
I mean, you're playing well individually, and you're doing so much shot calling for your team. What is this process like of having to shot call in 2 languages and translate Korean and English?
I mean, it's definitely something that I am still struggling with, especially during the practice. You know, like Hanbak did mention, "Oh, Hyung, like, why don't you like shako like on stage?" And I'm like, "Well, I cannot do that every single scrim. You know, it takes a lot of my energy, but still on the stage game, I try to do my best so that the team is on the same page."
If you had to put it into like a percentage, what percentage of the time is the team communicating in Korean versus English?
I will say like 70% in Korean, and the rest will be me or Impact or like even Hanbak talking in English to Isaac. But yeah, like mainly it will be like communicated in Korean. I'll make a plan in Korean so that I can communicate to them faster, and then I will try to tell Isaac what to do.
Well, regardless even of those issues, with how successful Cloud9 have been, everybody coming into the series is thinking, oh, it's a 3-0 for Cloud9. They're writing you guys off, but you've been on a lot of underrated teams before, and you have always found yourself into at least the top 4 of the LCS. Have you guys identified any weaknesses on Cloud9 throughout their successful run here that maybe you have been able to practice for this last weekend?
I mean, for sure, I think we watched a lot of their games, and they are definitely the most coordinated team in the LCS. We kind of joked how like they are using science and we're kind of fist fighting, and they're kind of using weapons, you know. But I think we're getting to the point that we're also making some weapons. So as long as we can match their knowledge, like I think it will be easy. But obviously they definitely do have the edge, but I think we definitely have a good chance to beat them.
All right.
Yeah,
Time
I am
to
muted.
hit
Oh
the
my god.
scientists,
Oops.
with your fist.
My bad.
Good luck with that one. We'll send it back to the analysts.
Scientists versus boxers. Scientists versus boxers.
I thought we were playing League of Legends, not Civilization.
Hey,
Sounds
hey,
like, right?
hey,
Like,
hey,
you just need
no
to keep,
civilization flame.
working
No
their way
civilization
up,
flame.
but yeah, it's always
No
really
civilization
nice to
flame.
hear
Hey,
from who's
hey,
really because you can
hey.
tell, again, even just from that interview, how integral he is to this team. On the other side, as Kobe already pointed out, C9 have been super, super dominant. They've by far and away been
They're running me
our
over.
best looking team. I keep hoping that they're gonna do something really fun with these intros.
There were a few weeks where Sven promised me he would do something, and I forgot to remind him to do something, because we show him every single time.
Maybe he does something this time around.
And he's blowing us off, man.
He
Yeah.
is. He actually is.
Vulcan waved.
I don't know how Vitaly thinks that draft is okay. It's weird, isn't it? Are they losing? They kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of deserve it. Like, I thought the Game 2 draft was acceptable. People were, like, flaming the Game 2 draft. Like, that Game 2 draft is the kind of draft where, like, if it works, people are like, oh my god, like, you guys are so cool and geniuses. And then, like, this draft is, like, oh yeah, they're getting,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're getting their shit
because they won a lot
clapped.
of games, they
Oh
won a lot
man.
of player of the games.
Well, hey, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but
Okay.
only 3 of the players have won player of the games, Raz.
Oh my God, the
Wait.
bias is real.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see that Vulcan didn't sneak one in there because I thought he had some really, really great performances in their last series. But I also know that Thanatos is now on his campaign box.
He's on
To get,
Pog Watch.
yeah, it will Thanatos finally get his Pog. If you listen to the C9 podcast, he was talking about how if the Gnar game goes a little bit later, he wins it. And I did think his Gnar was really good that game, in fairness.
Jad, I want to ask you, what does he have to do to take it? Because, and I'm going to ask the chat too. You know what?
Yeah.
Chat, get in on this
What
as
does
well.
Thanatos have to do to win
Yeah.
player of the
Because
game?
you've been on the real train about
Dude,
top
C9
lane
have
not
dropped
mattering.
one game this year so far, and it was like that really
So
bogus ass
weird
FlyQuest
watching
game that
Pro
they
this
shouldn't have
year
even lost.
top lane Because Thanatos and Morgan, I think, are the 2 biggest examples. 25 minutes into the game.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's
He'll
looking
have
rough.
300 CS.
I'm putting it in my
And he'll
tweet
have
actually.
0, 0, and 0.
Weekly C9 Rand humiliation ritual likely.
Even
This
though
time
he's been doing
Sentinels.
everything he can. There's just
Yeah.
incentives within the game to stay in top lane and to stay matched against the other top laner. So the way that you get player of the game is Sentinels has to be really good.
Yeah.
I feel like if the game is actually close,
Yeah.
then the top laner gets to be the tiebreaker. I've seen this in the closer games,
Yeah.
for sure. But Cloud9 has just been beating people too well.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's surging up.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He might get
So
to
the
30%.
Sentinels fans
Yeah,
would
there we
actually
go.
want to vote yes. I think he will get it. if these games go long, because he and Morgan actually have been the 2 best laners in the LCS by a long shot.
Yeah.
And I think they are poised to carry games, but they just haven't been able to get involved. I think his kill participation is like 40% this year. It's just incredibly low, but it's because the games have been won and lost on crabs.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole time. And it's always like crabs and drakes.
Yeah,
and Thanatos is not allowed to participate in those fights.
Dude, I'm just still like, I'm still baffled by the Vitality Game 3 draft though. Like,
perhaps.
Yeah. But speaking of crabs, I want to talk about Blabber, because this is the Blabberfish 2 redemption arc from everyone who was talking.
They're likely
going
to lose.
He was washed last year. I'm surprised they let me leave that up. I'm gonna go through some of his early pathing from the FlyQuest game. We've kind of covered it from Griffin's side. Now we're gonna kind of cover it from Blabber's. So going into this, he's kind of done the standard top to bot start. And the more important thing here is that he actually, during this, is able to spot out Griffin at Gromp prior to this. So he
I don't know, I just think they have to go, they just have to go Yone mid there, and I think it's fine.
For Griffin to try to contest this crab. And this is first crab, mind you, not second. The other important thing that I do also want to point out is that bot lane is pushed up really, really far, which is actually going to allow the bot lane of C9 to come up and help Blabber in his quest to destroy Griffin early. We see APA rotating in here too, but primarily Vulcan landing that. Then all of C9 kind of coming to back him up. I know he already mentioned this in his interview, but it does seem like C9 is so on the same page with all these plays they make. And this actually allows Blabber to get both crabs in this.
Free win.
Yep, this is now game 2. And this was a really sneaky play that I absolutely loved from Blabber, where it's later in the game, right? So second crab is going to be coming up soon. However, Griffin is here. They're both level 5. Griffin is here seeing if he can make a play here. But more importantly, Blabber is just going to go off this wall, get Drake, and it's going to completely nullify the power of this crab, which is spawning on the bot side. And we've talked about how important it is when that crab spawns on the bot side because you get level 6. Well, guess what? Blabber
I'm just watching on the side, but I just want to go back to the draft quickly. Like, oh, yeah, they are just getting
this Drake here. And so that
it's
sets
spanking
him
time.
up in a great opportunity where crab is just not going to matter. And then he sets up for this really great lane gank here while, you know, Griffin is up here grabbing his crab, but it doesn't matter because Blabber already hit 6. They get early Drake. They get that lane gank there. Game 3. Again, it's early. This is still first crab. Blabber is waiting here. We kind of know that there is going to be this contest. And the thing I want to highlight here, in the game 1, I highlighted how bot lane was going to have an easy rotation. APA is already rotating in prep for this. And this is just a really clean setup and fight from C9. Vulcan lands this really, really great double bard stun on the back half of that right there. And I just really loved how, as you can see, poor ThinkCard is having to watch his team get massacred. But you can just really see the early game thoughtfulness from Blabber and the rest of his team whenever they had a pushing wave on those super early
I'm just
crowds.
very perplexed,
that lane was really ready to join him in these fights. It put Griffin
Just go
absolutely in
Yone.
the dust in all of those games.
Yeah,
I actually think the answer is just Yone.
It goes back to an interview I saw, or just like from Blabber talking about how he's being thoughtful about his general strengths and weaknesses, and his strengths in particular being as good as he is in early game pathing. That has really shown itself.
Yeah, I saw that on Sheep Esports.
Yes, Sheep Esports. And so the fact that he's able to do this on top of his coordinating with his lanes, bot lane getting pushed out like you mentioned, or how APA is more than willing to drop a wave to be able to play to him, and the meta being heavily, I think, influenced by jungle more than ever, it has allowed that to be really good for Blabber within this meta.
Yeah. And I would also, you know, inject a tiny little bit of doubt.
Do it.
Griffin also died a bunch against Lion, too. So was it Blabber genius, or was it Griffin being a little bit young and a little bit tunnel visioned?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
It's both. But
Like,
the
why?
thing I really wanted
I'm
to
just
point
so-
out,
I'm like,
especially
bro.
from all of those
I'm actually
games,
kinda
is
angry.
You just see how well he's coordinating with his lanes as well, and I think that's important.
Yeah, and I also hear we have a little bit of cross-team ban we're going to check out right now.
못 올라가게 해야 되는 거 아니야?
What?
Bro booed him.
Say anything.
I mean, he did something off camera.
He did.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
We can speculate what it was.
Okay, Raz.
Yes.
The last time.
What's got you heated? Bro, the
someone was playing
Vitality draft.
C9.
It's just so bad.
Yeah. The core of that DSG team, and I harkened back to it a little earlier on. that
It's
this
just so
series
weird.
Shouldn't have been as close as it was. DSG versus C9. It really went to 5 games, and it took. It took Loki on a Zeri performance, just having a ridiculous Zeri game to be able to save C9 in it. And yes, you can talk about how Thanatos played within that, but it was DSG's team fighting and playing around Rahel and Huhi that really strengthened it. They had incredible laning phase consistently within those games. They were able to translate it into the fist fighting that probably is going to be seen in Sentinels games. Darkwings had really good
These
moments.
options, I mean, they could have gone MF if we were talking about it.
And XU were very strong, like that Anivia and Poppy game that was
Like
there,
here, look,
basically climbing into the
it's
Anivia
technically
wall.
not the
There
game,
were
right?
Smart draft elements that Darkwing's able to show even just last week.
So for me,
or
it's like,
earlier
okay,
on
cool.
with his,
Here we are.
Vagar.
Here we are.
Like, he has a champion pool that
Technically,
he
we
can
should
dip
go
into at
slightly
any
further
point,
back.
And bot lane has the strength that we just know and love.
We
I feel
have
like
now
they're
probably
trying to
decided.
inject some doubt into the C9 3-0.
Just a little bit. I'm trying.
We
to
have probably
inject
now
that doubt
decided
into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
that
I actually
we're
have some
going
more doubt.
Seraphine APC because
Just because I think
for whatever reason, that's all we're doing.
But
But, like, bro, if you're gonna have Seraphine in bot, why not just go Yone, right? Just go Yone. Just go Yone. Wait to see what the 2 picks are. And then if you want to put Seraphine in support, you can put it here. If you want to put it in AD, you can put it here. I just don't understand this weird curveball. I really don't understand this weird curveball. It's so strange. And it's not like Humanoid can't play Yone. Like, he can at least pilot the champion. Whether or not you think he's good or bad at it, that's to your, like, discretion, prerogative, whatever you want to say. But at least you know Seraphine, Yone into these 2 champs is fine. It can survive. It's not going to get completely ran. Like, it's not going to get ran. Like, he's fine. He's perfectly okay on the champ. It's such a strange decision.
I'm not sure. So
It's such a strange decision. How's Cass versus these champs? I prefer maybe not to be playing Cassio into Rumble. I think it's a bit weird.
So I'm just saying,
Is Swain bad here?
Until they win.
I think if you're planning on putting Seraphine here, if you're willing to, if you're going to put an APC, then yeah.
This is what
And I'm saying, yeah, like for me, I think, okay, if you go TF, if you go TF here, right? If this is TF, then you have to go MF as well.
Will they faceplant today?
But at least if you go, like, if you go Yone, you get DPS out of mid. If you want Seraphine bot, then you've got an AD DPS. So I don't know. It just clicks, and they play it. It's so bizarre. It's so strange. I don't understand. There's so many different paths they could go, and like this is just undeniably the worst choice.
By a long shot. So I'm going C9 3-0, but you just can't. Like, I don't want to say it's going to be free, but they're like, the AP's been so good, man.
Yeah.
Such a strange choice.
The mid-jungle synergy.
It's okay. Here we are.
So you all just lied to me and made me feel like something was going to happen.
I didn't lie to you. I was always.
It's fine.
Yeah.
C9 is on now.
Start the show. Let's see the games.
Yo, what's up, Krim? Wait, I can't tell if that's a chunky 3-minute thing. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna have to run ads off the draft chat. I might have to like insta-slam 2 the second that they're done. Is the stream you're watching 1080p? Yeah, because it's on Twitch. We can actually get the YouTube one, which will be 40p.
Welcome back to the LCS. It's the upper bracket finals today at the Riot Games Arena, and the winner will earn themselves a spot in next Sunday's finals. First up, they've been in the spotlight all through lock-in, from being at the top of preseason power rankings to immediately showing why.
It does look a little bit better. Yeah, it's 1440p versus 1080 in it.
Now, they're potentially just 2 series away from first stand.
All right, here we are.
Cloud9. And their opponents, the new team on the block, looking to pull off the upset and avoid the chaos awaiting in the lower bracket, it's Sentinels.
Yo, what's up? Welcome, guys.
Will the favorites continue their winning ways?
Wait, hold on. He's not... Wait. Is Kazi building support in that game, by the way? Yo. Somebody just replied to me and said that he's going support. Is that real? Yo, Kazi, we are going to boil you, bro.
Feels like so
no, that is despicable. He went BFT into Didem. No, that is despicable. Even worse to have TF in this draft then. Oh my god. I don't even want to think about it. I don't think going just Didem one off is bad. Like BFT into Didem, I get it. Like it's fine, but like bro, oh.
How rude. How could he?
Thoughts on DKT1? I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to do it in my own time, I fear. Yeah, look at Unk. He's got a spring in his step. T1 got reverse swept today. Look at him. Big old smile. Big old smile, man. Look at him. He's gassed.
With a lot of these players as well. With some light banter, so we'll see. You know, I talked to Huhi right before, and he's like, yeah, you know, Cloud9, they are at the top. They deserve to be at the top, but we have cooked up some of our own secret weapons, maybe.
That's going to be exciting to see. See if they can upset everyone's predictions, because, I mean, across the board, in the lounge, all 3 zeros. Pretty much everyone I'm seeing talking about this online is thinking, yeah, Cloud9, yep, they're going to be guaranteed to win, and then we'll have to see what happens after that. But there
it's a 3 or 3-1.
Some upsets in playoffs, almost always. So it'll be exciting to see if Sentinels can
3 or 3-1, almost certainly. But hey, look.
If all of the analysts agree on the same prediction and it's wrong, then we should have some sort of punishment.
Sure, I'm not an analyst today, so I agree.
Some of those spicy chips left somewhere in the pantry around here.
And since we're bringing up
on another day, I don't know if I'd be with you, but today,
since we're bringing this idea up live on air, I think they're going to have to do it.
I think so too.
There you go.
All right, let's get into the draft here. The Ziggs respect for APA remains very much true.
All right, well, C9 typically
for the Aurora here.
Very predictable drafting. So their first pick prios are normally just all of the meta stuff. So Azir is normally quite up there. Is normally like their highest. After that, then it's their preferential junglers. So stuff like Xin. They don't always slam Jarvan early. They also put pretty high prio on Zahen last week, but it was, I think, game 2. Let's see what they want to do.
I also really like the Nico ban, you know, not just because it is a powerful.
But typically, they're a very readable draft team. IMO. Also, Ambessa is very high prio, but with Renekton not banned. Talia as well, same thing.
But Talia plus Pantheon, prime combo.
Cool.
Talia, I think, is APA's best champ these days, at least that we're seeing him actually be allowed to play.
And also, like, APA is definitely the best Talia in NA right now, but he's kind of playing, like, the best a lot of things in NA right now.
Has, like, this year and then at the end of last year been a lot better on Azir than in the past. They still seem like they want to play this style where, you know, he is going to be on a mid lane champion that could really play for jungle. And so they are going to go for the Talia. Yeah, I would assume they're going Talia plus either Pantheon or Vi type champions for Blabber. This is an important takeaway from Thanatos, though. You know, stealing away the Ambessa, which could go to jungle for Hanbok. If they don't want impact on the top
well, it's Gnar. It's Gnar and something for Thanatos. They could even go Aurora if they wanted, but it's just okay. So they're trying to pinch Thanatos immediately. I kind of respect this, but like blinding it into Thanatos is crazy.
2 Thanatos champions in the first game is really good. Take his Ambessa out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Pantheon Gnar rotation, right? Like, they're not going to do anything freaky. They're just, again, this is the one thing with C9, very predictable, very stable team drafts. Yeah, cool. I mean, honestly, I think if Sentinels are doing this, they should just go Azir. They should just go Azir.
has had really
Just
good
pinch all the
early
good
games.
champs.
He
Just
seems
go
like
ahead.
a player who wants to take risks, and when they pay off, he looks amazing. When they don't,
Just pinch all the good champs. Just go ahead.
And I feel like having a Gnar, having a
No, I don't like
powerful
this.
side lane champion feels extra good when you have this Taliyah Pantheon combo. You guys mentioned Pantheon and Vi both being great pairings. I personally like seeing Pantheon with Taliyah more because they both have the double super.
I don't like
long-range
this Rise.
ultis. You can just make absolute chaos in side lanes.
And we actually discussed this a lot.
We'll see.
On
At the end of the day,
dive,
it's about
but
playmaking
how
in a game
well
like this
AP
now,
and Blabber have
with
been
Rise.
together. When you have
It's
point
kind of a
eight
soft dive
with
comp,
stun
but
to set up seismic shove combos,
we'll see. Nautilus
like
gone.
these two can just wreck havoc.
They
So
might ban
it's gonna
Kai'Sa.
be
No, they want
fairly
Corki
difficult,
out, so they
I
ban
would think,
Nami.
for Darkwing Seer as far as the jungle pressure goes, because Pantheon early Pantheon ganks with flash point and click stun are going to be way more fearsome than Mbessa coming at you and just trying to walk and dash in range here. So Blabber has been an absolute terror early on. We'll see if it does continue. Bottom lane priority though. A lot of bans coming through here towards some of these enchanters, like Nami and stuff. Lane priority definitely will be big.
It will, and that's why I'm thinking about, we've been seeing more Ashe Seraphine around the world. That is something that is up and available. Of course, Sentinels will have last pick, so they're going to have the option to try to counterpick down in bot side. There's already some pretty good engagement
rail
on
lane,
the C9
maybe?
side, so they maybe are kind of less needing that. I do think Sentinels needs a go button, and Huhi, just like as a player for this team, it generally feels really important for him to be on engage. So I feel like they have less of an option to go towards the enchanters.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Dombo's Golden Glue as coaches? I'm old man. Yeah.
They really want to be able
Shout out
to
those
get
guys.
some
I mean,
lane power for themselves on bottom side of the map.
Bot?
And it really does make a lot of sense because like
You're going bot after banning Alistar Nautilus. Nautilus, I get bot.
Assuming that Gnar is going
Alistar?
to scale into being a good side
Why
lane
ban
player as
Alistar if you're going
and
bot?
Thanatos seems like a safe
Very
bet there,
strange.
but Bard is
Oh,
a really good one
thank you,
because
dude. I've been doing, thank you, dude. Legit,
covers a lot of these
lifesaver.
side
Banner's
lane
there.
games.
Hello, C9, I love you very much.
Bard ults could go a long way.
I love you very much, C9. C9, I love you.
Right? You can set up then. You throw down the Bartle on Taliyah or whoever, then the Renekton and
Okay,
whatnot
Yunara
come in
and
up on
Lulu?
that. Plus, it's
Yeah.
a great denial from Vulcan, so I
Okay.
really like Sentinels.
Well, just slam the Caitlyn, Rahel. Just do it. Yeah, just go.
Same thing with Vulcan. They're trying to target picks that are
Go.
both good
This
for
is
them
this
and
is
denial
this is a
from
Caitlyn lane.
opponents. We're gonna get
No,
Yunara
it's not
plus
Corki
Lulu
lane.
down
No,
on the
no,
side,
no,
though.
no. It's not
And
Corki
that's
lane.
gonna be
Okay.
answered by Corki,
All
so
right. Well.
some pretty good laning power for Sentinels
All
in
right.
2v2.
Let's
Some
see.
really
It's a
strong
lot of
support
takeaways.
from
What I will
Vulcan.
say, as I run ads, what I will say, Sentinels I think are coming into this with the angle of trying to take away as many picks from C9 as possible. 2 picks from Thanatos, 1 pick from Sven, 1 pick from Vulcan. From Vulcan. That's a lot of champions just out of the pool immediately. So I can respect that strategy. I can respect that a lot. But they have to get to game 3. They have to get to game 3 at not 2-0.
Can actually have some side lane pressure. Can Impact, who has been having a better year this year than last year for sure, can he hold up to Thanatos counterpick Gnar?
It's going to be exciting to see. I'm also really curious to see how C-Line's bot lane is going to perform in the 2v2. I think they were great overall in this series against Fly. Obviously, they dominated, but they did die in the 2v2 every single game. All 3 games, they died to Masu and Cryogen. Twice they died in the 2v2, and then once it was a 2v1, so that's a little bit different, but did catch one person out and were able to kill him. So have to be able to clean that up against what we're expecting to be a tougher opponent here today in Rahel and Huhi.
I mean, we heard in Kobe's interview with Huhi during waiting room, right, during the lounge, that he's saying, all right, everybody on C9,
Why not take out Azir to pinch more? I actually don't know. I was calling for the Azir. As soon as I saw Renekton and Mbessa the same rotation, I'm thinking, okay, that must be what they're doing. But allegedly not, so
Runes popping up on your screen right now.
We'll see.
For APA's Taliyah stands out to me in particular. I want to see how creative he can get.
He's
with
doing
I
this
just think it's
this
great.
spellbook
To me,
again.
It's a really solid rune if you think it's just going to be a scaling matchup. You're just going to be farming. You're not really going to be interacting that much. You can get a lot of value later on.
Wow,
But we talked
Darkwings
about
has
it. You touched on
800
Kobe.
HP
Impact
level
is
1.
having a
Is
much
that
better
normal?
year. Last year to me was historically one of his worst,
He has
if not his worst
flat
year
HP
ever
for
in the
sure.
LCS.
Did he
He's
start
been a
Ruby
top performer
Crystal?
for such a long time. And
Does
it's so
Ryze normally
strange
have
because
800
on
HP
the
level 1?
back of the year before that, him winning
No.
an MVP and then
What?
going at this real slump.
Must have flat
He is
HP.
back now. He's performing a lot better. and he is currently holding second place for most.
I know he has
assists of
Doran's
all
ring
time.
now,
First
but
place in the LCS
that's weird.
is held by Aframu still by quite a lot. But there's two other players here that are, you know, hot on his tail, shall we say, for that second place in this series with Huhi and Vulcan, two veterans of the scene.
Yeah, and when you look at the difference between Vulcan and Impact here, it's what, 59 assists? If you have a best of 5 that goes the full distance, that's entirely achievable. So we'll keep an eye on how those assists stack up as we go throughout the series, if anybody can steal someone else's position. Right now, though, at the beginning of our game number 1, he is going to take a little bit of punishment down here in that bottom lane 2v2, as Sven and Vulcan want to continue to control the wave. Of course, Huhi has his little shrines. Junglers are pathing towards opposite directions here early on in this one.
Yeah, that's the big thing here with the Pantheon, especially for Blabber. What sort of early impact can he get? And that's why I really like that ward that they put super early on in the river. Sven and Vulcan now going kind of aggressive off the wave and trying to get something out of the bottom lane before the Pantheon does come. But the early wards here are going to mean a lot too, because Blabber's got options for bottom lane or possibly trying to make a stun play here towards Darkwings and see if they could get an early summoner spell.
Okay, Impact's got that wave crashing in topside, so control up there for him means that it should be easy enough for Hambach to guarantee that he has access to this topside Scuttle Crab here with those about to spawn. You can see the wave also being crashed into the bottom lane tier 1 there by Cloud9, so they've got that same control for Blabber on this bottom part of the map, and it's looking like we're not going to get any of the crazy early crab battles, and we'll just have to wait until the usual level 6 one.
Yeah, and Bessa want to path away from the Pantheon side and pushing bottom lane here. Both of them getting their recalls off. It's Cole for Yunara and Tyr for Corki. They're both fine with that. Blabber drops off the extra Raptor ward. He did pass through over the ward, so they know he's here, and they're not going to let him get the fairly efficient little bit late.
I really hope C9 bot lane improves. They're by far the weakest part of C9, and we'll lose to Lion bot. It's certainly possible. I think, though, they're the weakest part also because the rest of the map is playing so well.
Can win you a whole game or lose you a whole game
but
if you
over them.
So
I don't know. I think Thanatos has been having a bit of a quiet year, but I just think C9 collectively are playing better as a unit, and then individuals game to game are just having like better or weaker games, and that's it.
Communication with your support is important as well. Huhi, since they did have that ward that was in the river there to see it come in, they're like, hey, Huhi, get over here too. Just make sure we're gonna protect these.
Oh wow,
nobody
spaced.
wants to fight super early on, so it means Blabber will go into a regular top-down clear again. Because his was a little bit delayed, starting on the red buff, means that he's not missing any time with the interrupt. He got his second Krugs respawn basically as they respawned. Same thing here with Raptors, so he still remains.
You think they get pretty sidelined?
Yep,
Yeah.
Hambach gonna be feeling pretty
I think they get
happy,
too many
though.
resources.
Really clear, got to do both the respawns of those little camps, and now is out on Wolves with a better buy, has the Tunneler, so gonna be pretty strong right now. And of course, when you do get 6 for Hambach, yes, Gnar can be difficult to lane against, for the Renekton, especially once he has steel caps. Both of them are going to rush steel caps, let's be real. But the move speed becomes really, really difficult, and it's so easy when you're in mini Gnar then. Post 6, Renekton stuns, in comes the public execution, and you can sometimes get that 100-0 play.
Got a little time here. When
Yeah,
you do the
like
Raptor
Blabber isn't
start,
solo losing games,
has
so
a
that's
little bit
helping
of
a lot.
extra time. He actually dropped his Gromp to make this play, though. So Impact wants a dive. Level 6 Renekton here. Look at that Gnar bar. Thanatos is charging it up. Hambach
Is this
in the
doable?
area, and Rise
Even with
Realm
3-man, this feels a bit...
Okay,
They're going to have to
Thanatos
one-shot him,
already
though.
in
Oh
the
my god.
bar. He slams Impact into the wall,
Is he
but
going to be able to
the
flash
burn
out?
damage comes down. Final
Oh,
torch shot can't fire,
that's
and
so evil.
Sentinels draw first blood.
I mean, fair play. Well executed, but like, man. Feels like that should always be a 1-for-1. The second that Thanatos is actually able to get the R off on the stun for stun, that feels like that should be a 1-for-1, but
nice move from him.
still good play. Still good play.
Lose the dragon, so there is a cost to that, but that is a great play.
Yeah, and they called it really early on. You could tell he was
Look
like,
at this from
drop
Thanatos.
your Gromp right now, get over here, we're going for the dive, Realm Warp. The mini-map does show what is being taken by Cloud9 on the opposite side, but also remember First Blood. So it would have been bad if the counter kill went over, because then you lose your mid-turret plate and you lose the dragon as well. But remember, the First Blood extra bonus is back in the game, so you get that extra boost of gold on top of it.
It is a small thing, but honestly, watching the replay back, I think if Thanatos angled his Gnar ult differently and actually pulled Impact towards the tower instead of towards the wall.
Just straight into the wall.
Yeah, I think he might have been able to get him.
Ooh, meanwhile,
Well,
public execution
can't play.
here in the mid lane, and Hombok's not done. The jungler
Good
is
stuff.
off to a
Really well
fine
played.
start
Good
here,
opening so far from
2-0
Sentinels.
Ambessa.
They're finding gold on the map. This is good. And Humbug's two kills.
Active.
2 kills to Humbug.
Immediately using the ultimate as soon as you get it always feels so good. Put it on cooldown.
Hey! Hey! Have a fucking word!
Use of it the next time for your next play. He does invest the double flash. It is Darkwing's flash and Hombok's flash to make that play, but it is beautiful. The synergy.
See, I'm probably losing here. Nah.
And it looks like, you know, the communication where I interviewed Huhi before, and he's like, well, we're 70% Korean right now.
That's the 30, baby.
Darkwings was locked in. They're like, all right, we're both flashing for this play.
Yep.
I'm going to set it up. Boom, CC chain, and they get their target. They kill off APA. Sentinels here showing some of the weaponry they were talking about.
I mean, this is just really nice. It's pretty simple play, but Flash, Room Prison, lands the stun, then Flash, Public Execution there to follow it up. We talked about how you can do that with Renekton. Obviously, you can do that with Rise here as well. Yep. So, nice play from Hombok, and he is sitting on a ton of gold.
If C9 and T1 lose today, I'm going to tilt.
Re-clearing all his camp support bases.
Low key, this is my best day possible.
When he actually goes back to base here.
Kidding. Thank you, C9, for giving me co-streaming rights. Oh.
Really tough to deal with. This champion scales incredibly well, I think, in the jungle. And
T1 lose and Dom lose. Holy.
From the Bard, from the Rise, from the Renekton.
Holy.
He's in a good position to have a great game.
Yeah, I mean, generally you're expecting the Pantheon.
I feel like C9 is just going to wait for next Drake and just stack it.
To, you know, have
if I'm being honest, though, like they haven't blown any
Cloud9
sums anywhere. They're kind of just chilling.
The objective, so they did get their dragon, was one of the payments.
Suddenly, I don't want to watch a co-stream.
Knocked off the mid turret plate, the first one. Those baby turrets.
No, I mean it's fine. Even if they lose this game, still the best of 5. They still have lower bracket. Absolute worst case, but I think they're chilling.
The ramifications of that play afterwards. Impact seems to be doing quite well.
Yeah.
In the early stages, and it does set them up for the grubs take. So Hombok feeling quite good on those grubs. Doesn't look like there's any.
Yeah, Hombok is getting really accelerated, you know.
They've told the bottom lane, hey, you're weak side right now. Try and play safe.
Okay, you can see APA and Blabber moving into the enemy jungle, though, thinking about using that Talia and Pantheon combo to make something happen. We do have the wave already crashed into the bottom lane tier 1 turret here by C9, but there's no move from the mid jungle.
And it's interesting. Hombok backed off after 1, so you just want to take one really
yeah, no problem, Rainbows. I know. I've been
got enough money there to buy his Spear of Sojin.
Very close, Loki. I'm like riding that fine line of like I need to chill and not go too much more crazy than I am, because I could easily burn out if I kept on like going crazy. LPL's gonna be back on, so we're gonna be swapping to watching LPL playoffs from Thursday.
Yes, we just left this area
I think Thursday. I'm not going to do the first 2 days. I'm going to cover from round 2 onwards.
All through, so well done there by C9. Of course, you know, they moved in on the bot side, as you're saying. That's kind of that price that you do pay. Sven and Vulcan forming
why does Grabs want an army when Golden Blue seems fine coaching alone? I mean, some teams just click differently, right?
Okay, Blabber up in the top side, looking to find the kill onto Impact.
It's really hard to say. Impact has flash, by the way.
They don't have quite enough damage, though. Impact with a flash away stays alive.
Yeah, good defense play from Impact. You know, backed off early as he
Hello, Amber. Oh, I forgot to do the Gamba Shibar. Unless somebody did it, and I just can't see it. It's very possible.
His flash after Blabber had to use his for the engage, so it is a 1-for-1 on summoner spell trade, and really Impact is fine.
Yeah, I mean it's a 1-for-1 on that, but the cost to me, the biggest cost is the Pantheon ult is such a long cooldown. It's nearly a 3-minute cooldown early game. Yeah. So when I see my Pantheon jungle hasn't been able to find anything on the other side, you have 2-0 Ambessa, and then you use your first ult and you get nothing from that either. Like that hurts because
we're doing a thumb for this.
Have much playmaking now until really after this next dragon fight would already be done. So they're not going to contest it. It's just going to be a dragon take on the bot side for the Ambessa.
Yeah, and again, now they're the ones with the deep wards because topside play was Cloud9's. They show junglers. So not only is it your Pantheon ult as well as your Pantheon flash, but it gives vision of your jungler.
Don't want
and allowed
impact.
Hanbok and Sentinels to move into the blue quadrant. They're the ones with the deep ward.
I feel like
now.
we've
They're
used
the
Dom a
ones
lot.
with
When
the
was the last time we
Dragon
used
Gate.
Dom for a C9 thumbnail?
Gentlemen, we get to have the Hex Rift for our first game in this best of 5. The most
I feel like we've used Dom a lot.
One that allows the fastest playmaking, the
I respect
fastest
you wanting to farm him,
responses,
and I've definitely not told you not to.
Up to the task of using that to continue trying to accelerate the game. Hanbok had a great first couple of plays, but things have been pretty quiet afterwards.
Honestly,
But if we haven't used him for like
actually
2
usually I'm
series,
like,
then I
oh,
don't
quiet,
mind. I think
you
it's
know,
okay.
I'm getting a little bored, but I really like it because we've had
Far
so
more.
many blowouts so far. This week we had back-to-back 3-0s.
2 of the last 4 C9 games.
Very competitive here, at least in the early
Fuck it,
stages.
go on then.
Huni
Uh-oh,
has been able to
Thanos.
slip in for a lane gank.
Okay.
Wow.
Just barely couldn't get range
Okay, very
on the
lucky.
stun. And that's going to give some freedom.
He's your
to,
friend though, you got
Zen
farm
off of the
privilege?
Blabber, but they're
Well,
putting 4 top now.
yeah,
They're looking to
yeah.
try to re-dive Thanatos.
Yeah.
They want Thanatos, but he's already turned into Mega Gnar.
But I don't like that,
He's stopping the wave
like,
before it ever hits the turret.
just
So
being
they're
real, I don't like
trying
that
to
parasitic
set
shit.
this up, and
You know,
Sentinels
I'm
are
like
gonna send all
very
that manpower
socially
out there,
aware.
nothing so far.
That was 5
Very
top.
socially conscious of that.
And the
Yeah, that
result in
was
a
5 top. That's kind of
1.2K
nuts,
gold
no?
lead now, for Sven individually. Look at this Yunar just decimating the bottom tower here. Cloud9, they still have Blabber. They can go for a dive or
Sentinels.
try and get first tower. They've got 4.
Yep, they're bringing everybody down here. Impact
Can
has
they
already
kill this
popped the
guy?
dominant
Tower's
shot.
ramped, you know. This is a
By the
bit...
way, and stop
Oh my god,
this
no,
from
they just
going
one-shot him.
down, but no, it's C9
Never mind.
finally finding their first kill of the game. 12
Never
minutes
mind,
in,
that guy's
they
not
make
tanky.
the 4-man dive happen.
Yeah, the wheels just kind of fell off there for Sentinels.
Wait, why is
They
Cage
way
co-streaming
overcommitted to that
LCS?
topside play. They were too slow
Wait,
to
is
actually
he?
execute on it. You send 5 top, Thanatos clears the wave, so he's not even losing anything before
Oh.
he faces. And on the bot side, Sven is farming plates. They
Fair
make
enough.
happen down there. Sven is now 1.7
Just
up,
this match.
And Sentinels went from 1,000 gold lead to a 600 gold deficit in a matter of a minute, 2 minutes. And now the tower is going to fall as well. This game is already getting out of hand. Sven is going to be such a problem. He's going to base with, let's see, 2,500 gold in pocket.
Is it an Elim match? No.
First tower bonus feels really good for the bottom lane. Even though it's answered on top side, it's being that much slower really does have a huge effect. And the extra kills.
You're trying to steal your viewers,
as
bro.
well.
There is no such thing as
I mean,
my
Yunar-
viewers,
Yunar
their
is an
viewers,
AD
this
carry
person's
champion that
viewers.
can certainly carry against short
It's
range
all a social
of
construct,
champions
bro.
very, very heavily.
Yeah, Vitality
Especially
lost
with
and they
Lulu
deserved it.
in her back pocket. That
Not only
is
did they
one thing
lose,
for Sentinels to try
in a
to
very bad
assassinate
way,
this
they deserved it.
high-value target.
Wallah, they do.
800 bolts just completely purchased straight up right there for the
Yeah,
Yunar.
he one-shots it already. His ult is going to be insane.
Oh my
Yunar
god,
ult,
Sven is 2 items.
Here is going to be the biggest cooldown that you have to play around.
And I always
I'm
feel
your
like
viewer
it's
till I
so
go to the next
difficult when you
stream.
have a team
Exactly.
like this.
That is
Impact
100% how it
stands
works.
back, but he should be fine. Because clearly now, Yunar is so fed that Sentinels basically can't win fights unless you kill Yunar first, right? So that is now your goal. But then you look around him, and you're having to go through
Why did
Pantheon,
Vitality
through the
lose? What-
Unraveled Earth of the Talia with all these
What did I
champions
miss?
that wanna
Oh, brr.
dash in and get on top of him. And then through the Lulu shields and the polymorph and the barrier, and like there's so many tools that it is really, really rough now for Sentinels to have allowed Sven to get this.
Bro, we
fed,
might have to get rid of that O
because there's a
emote
lot
because
of
it's
tools that
frying
you're
my
gonna have
chat.
to deal with to even try to get access to him.
Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of pathing. I'm just trying to watch.
Yeah, no,
everybody's
Jake is
hanging
still
out in
off.
This, like southern quadrant
Off the
of
map.
and I want to see if they want
Okay, Sven. Yep, I mean, oh, Vulcan gets the kill, but whatever.
It's Vulcan taking the kill, but C9's bottom lane.
You know, guys, everyone start saying "oh" right now.
Yeah, you can just
Yep,
feel it. Sven's
everyone
like,
just start saying "oh."
I'm strong, I want to use it. And as soon as he sees any target and who he even being close to the brush, he immediately jumps the wall, destroys him. Fiend Hunter bolts on display there. You saw how quickly he was able to burst him down. Plus it gives you ultimate ability haste, so it'll be back up again for another play, and they should have control of the next dragon here, you would assume, for Cloud9.
Yet the Yunara ulti is already halfway off cooldown. That thing is coming back around real fast.
Yeah, it is really a quick cooldown here.
You could say he
Sentinels gonna try to
twisted
make
the
it back
fate
to,
of
like,
Vitality
well,
to
it's
lose.
Still on cooldown though, gonna try to grab the Herald. You can see
Cheers,
it's
man.
the Ardent Sensor Rush for Vulcan. So he's just saying, you know what? It is all about Sven. Just get all of the buff items for Sven. You already have the additional attacks.
It's kind of a hard and better game, even with the kills, no?
Using that offensively.
I think going the
Plus
Bruiser build,
Ardent
yeah. I think if he has
Sensor
Profane
on
and
damage as well as the attack speed there,
Sundered,
that
I
is
think he can
amplifying
play.
him that much further.
And
I think this
as
Bruiser
long
build
as
is a
Sven
bit
can
not
get peeled
good for
by
this game.
both
I could be
the
wrong.
Lulu and
Like,
the
I'm not
Talia,
super versed, but it doesn't
makes it incredibly
feel
hard for Mbessa. If you have
good
a rock
this game,
field in
I
front
think.
of you, like you just have to back off. You have to like walk away. No way he's gonna be able to fight over it. So like you've been saying, like Sven has a lot of stuff around him that also makes it easy to play. Double summoner spells, lots of setup from his teammates. Here comes that dragon we're talking about. Cloud9, they've got the control wards really early, so they also have vision advantage.
Semi-decent setup for C9 here. Oh, they're just forcing. Hambak is probably dead even with a good flash here, you know. Yep. Impact can't get onto Sven. And then Sven follows the flash. Oh my god. And then Rahel, he's going to get flicked. Nope, flash. Oh my god. I mean, C9 just hands them here. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Hambak is in there almost alone.
Really crazy. Really crazy from C9, just mechanically.
Bard ults, like, you know, to try and buy some time. Maybe they could.
And now they just lock in the second Drake.
Afterwards, but unsuccessful in Cloud9.
And game will stay hard. I mean, the entire game is going to turn into, can Sentinels get on top of Sven? And if they do, how much does it cost them? That's it now. That's it now. It's just, can they get on top of Sven? How much is it going to cost them?
Wonder how you got there, as Sven is going to clear it up. They are just crushing through this fight, and now the game is really out of control.
And this is the thing. With Cloud9's success as it continues,
wow.
This tournament, what has really been on the biggest display, because, yeah, you know, a lot of these guys are really good individual players, but their team synergy and the way they pull off really quick snap plays has been what has really rewarded this team. A lot of them have been through the mid-game. It hasn't been just like, oh my god, crushing all the lanes from the very beginning.
Sorry, thought we almost had another Hambak kill there underneath the tier 1 turret.
A healthy amount of worry, and Thanatos now trying to get away as mid.
Okay, Thanos is going to flash.
Cloud9's synergy has been on display, and you know this.
Yo, whoever said something about Sven and Vulcan underperforming?
The Pantheon ults. Started it all.
That's just aging pretty poorly right now.
Corgi had no flash, so he gets in behind him.
Oh.
Okay, let's see now. Hambak going towards the enemy jungle. They still want to try to make this move onto Thanatos, who does have his Gnar bar charged. The turret is disabled there by the
oh, he buffered the wallop. Oh, he buffered the wallop. Are they really going to get away with that? I guess it's just because they just dropped Thanatos, but still. I'm not going to lie, I was so focused on the screen, I didn't look at the minimap. I thought they were coming to help Sven and Vulcan. Got a bit excited for nothing. My fault. Oh. Dude.
Nothing he can do to knock him
Sven
down.
is dealing so much damage.
A little bit here by Sven, who's just, I mean, Sentinels knows they can't fight around Sven. They have to just try to go elsewhere.
I mean, they lost 2 towers for this play.
Lanes, hope that you can buy some time for someone to catch up, because Sven is basically the whole lead. Like, he's 3K ahead individually, and that is ridiculous at this point of the game, sitting on almost 1,200 gold. So,
you know, I'm gonna be honest, Thanos has eaten these 2 really nasty dives, and he's still up in gold.
Rahel is
and he's got the better 1v1 item. He is still winning side lane. Still up in XP, like he's up in every metric.
Here for Sentinels. You want to try and get your way back into this, you know, get split push on some of these side lanes going and see if you can make some sort of roam or realm warp over to the other side. Huhi's Bard ultimate is still on cooldown from the previous.
Let's see a winner's coming from Sven this game.
It is up.
Yeah, if it's coming. They are still up 4K total gold, right? A lot of it's out in Yunara, that's the thing.
She could just instantly go for another dash anyway.
And I can't remember if Sven, because the... Oh, I'm on YouTube, so I don't have the extension, but if someone wants to tell me whether or not Sven has Inspiration and has Cosmic Insight, I would imagine that he's got Triple Tonic and Cashback.
Not quite there yet. The Manamune only 3/4 of the way stacked for Rahel. Meanwhile, in Darkwing's inventory, still needs 3 more stacks on Rod of Ages. Just about has the Seraph's Embrace fully evolved, though. And once they hit those power spikes, that might be the green light that they need to feel like, hey,
I think I like Thanos APA more than Nicaris
Niski. Yunara gets the spotlight.
Yeah,
the
I do.
Lulu is a really problematic one because on the side of Sentinels, your fed person is your melee jungle carry. But Lulu just makes melee carries life's hell. It's so annoying to play into this champion. And so we're going to go for another pick from the side of C9 here, Blabber Olsen.
Oh my god.
They are full sending it after impact
Wait,
here. Originally, I thought they might not be able to get him, and I was right. Thanatos' first boomerang, just barely missing impact, is the difference between C9 finding that kill or not.
And they're summoning Herald topside, so we'll see if they can actually get this full tower.
I mean, they're getting plate spots, so it's still a cross-map play.
Something nice for Sentinels. They survived
definitely a little bit ahead on the play, though, Sentinels, because they...
Oh. Can be able to realm warp out. I didn't know you could realm warp the Herald actually.
I wanted him to charge right out, but it went instantly into the wall.
Darkwings is in some danger. He's
Okay,
gonna try to get
Darkwings
out of there.
ghosted.
Is
I had
Polly,
no idea
but
you could
luckily
realm warp Herald
does
like that,
have
by the way.
ghost to get himself all the way out alongside the phase
Either.
rush. So
That was,
C9's not going to get a kill there, but they do force the
I thought something
spells
freaky
out
was
of
going to
the
happen.
rise.
But because they did that, the Herald doesn't charge into top, which would have been more gold on that play. Would have felt nice.
Where you teleport the Herald in and immediately like run someone over, but not quite there. Too close to a wall.
Not gonna be able to make it happen, but still nice play from them. And we're gonna get the replay of the realm warp.
It's facing up right now, and then it goes right next to the wall. So I assume it's like instantly donked. Yeah.
Yeah, it just immediately bangs into the wall. All right.
Scientific term.
Yeah.
Don't.
I hate it when
Okay,
I
again,
go
another dragon is up.
the
C9
wall.
have position. It doesn't even look like Sentinels are interested. No fight. They're just going to drop third. They're looking at Thanos. Thanos should know. Oh.
Okay.
All right. They're trying to make
Okay.
a play onto Thanatos here.
I
As soon
think
as
Thanatos
Hawk
just
shows
killed
up,
himself.
That might be what they need, but the Tempered Fate does not catch the Gnar. Thanatos now back into mini form.
Oh,
as
he missed
Hawk has made his way into the fight.
thing.
C9
Would have been nice to get.
meanwhile are going to secure the Drake
Nice cue
for
from Hui.
themselves, but it does cost their top
Just
laner.
makes that play
Cloud9 gotta be careful. If you
conclude
give
a little
away
bit
too many
quicker.
of these plays on side lanes, that gold can add up. Currently, though, they're still fairly confident with their mid push.
Yep.
But look at the side lanes. Renekton's still pushing bottom, so it's kind of closing in around them. Sentinels will be able to get the Scuttle Crab by Baron. Can they use it as a bait? I don't think they actually want to start it much, but would rather like bait and see if anyone comes to check for C9s. Cloud9 not going to
Some Bessa build is just Arsenal.
unnecessarily put anyone at risk, though.
Yeah, it's so dangerous for
Nah,
Sentinels
it's
to go
fine.
close to Sven
I don't
with
think
that
it's-
Infinity Edge completed with the Fiend Hunter bolts. Those first
I don't
three
think it's
shots
Biss in
are
this
just
game, though.
High caliber hits.
You probably
man.
die in the first 3 shots.
Yeah, the first three. If
I
you're
don't
not-
think it's Biss
if
in
you're
this
not
game.
Impact or maybe Humbug, you just kind of die to it instantly. It's really, really strong. The Yunara has to be respected now more than ever. And the problem is, it's 4 minutes from now that Sentinels must answer the Drake. Cloud9 now on sole point, and this is why it's so difficult to deal with compositions like this Yunara that has all this protection, because now Cloud9's just going to show up as 5 and say, all right, you have to
Yeah.
fight Yunara now. You have no choice.
C9 are just going to wait till Drake. I don't think there's any pressure on them to do anything here.
Thanatos has been really wanting
There's
a
just
player
zero
of the
pressure
game.
on
He
them
was
to do
talking
anything.
on the-
Sentinels
on the
need to
Cloud9 podcast,
find gold somewhere.
You know, he was saying how they need to stop winning so early because he can't actually get MVP, can't get player of the game. And then Thanatos himself was saying, you know, in their last series, game 3, if it went long, he was going to 1v9, he was going to win it. But unfortunately, it did not go long. They closed it out
Very
too
based.
quick, and they were kind of joking.
Very
back and forth.
basado.
This was a podcast with an arrow as well as Vulcan. Vulcan was saying, "Okay, don't worry. If we're about to get a kill next game, we're gonna back off so you can have more time to 1v9." So we decided we were gonna track, you know, who is on the race towards player of the game, Kobe.
Well, I think this game.
It's not looking good for Thanatos. I would say we have someone out to an obvious early lead. Want to give us the marker of where he is? How close is he to the
Sven
finish
is like
line?
at least halfway right now. He's like all the way out to here. Thanatos.
This
I
is
mean,
such
it's
a
not that
cute-
close to
He's
30
driving
minutes.
the wrong way.
So
Cute lower third.
Maybe he
Okay.
makes some more, gains.
I reckon
later
APA
on,
is
but,
about 2/3 of the way.
Sven is-
Sven is out
2/3
to
of the way on
early
Sven.
lead.
Can we get an APA line?
Also, you know, he's part of that.
Gotta give credit to the Lulu.
Yeah,
W's.
credit to the Lulu.
He maxed W this game.
Yunara wouldn't be who she is without the Lulu, okay? Every good Yunara has a Lulu.
No way we're not giving Blabber and APA
All right,
lines.
we'll see if
Give all
Thanatos
5
can
lines.
have his 1v9
Hey.
mega moment, but
Hey.
It's gonna be hard to outpace this Yunara, man.
Yeah, to be fair, we're 24 and a half minutes. So he's got some. They told him we'll give you to
Slow
30.
down.
We'll give you to 30 minutes. Okay.
Gonna need some pentakills or something though to catch up.
Yeah, some.
A couple. Wasn't Vulcan also not too surprising, but you know you were talking about how annoying it is to play as a melee carry against Lulu.
Yeah.
He did go W max this game, so he went
Legit just
1.2,
mid-jungle Erasure,
2.3,
bro.
and then you know just full 5 points into the
Mid-jungle
W,
Erasure.
so,
We just
that
watched it
point
happen
warp
live
is going
in
to
front
be
of our
that
eyes.
Much more frustrating. It really is so difficult to deal with. I mean, you fly in there. There's no other way to play the fight. You have to go into the back line as Mbessa, but you immediately are going to get polymorphed and wild growth.
Sentinels going in, trying to find the Pantheon, but Blabber blocks almost all of the damage. Flashing away, trying to stay safe, getting the other side of the unraveled earth, and now C9 fires back. Darkwings.
Oh my
defensive
god,
flash
Kruhi
video,
stun was
Thanatos,
crazy
wild
there.
growth here on the front line.
Oh my god,
APA
Sven!
tries to scout.
Sven's gliding, but he's all by himself! He got the Lulu!
Gets one kill.
Ah, he's actually alive! What the fuck?
Pocket Lulu.
How?
There for the save. It's a
Dude,
triple
are you-
kill for Sven's Yunara.
Oh my
Impact
god.
will fall now as well.
What a glide.
The fight was so close at the start,
What
but
a glide.
C9
Wow.
on top.
That's why I put Vulcan up there in the race. He flashed over the wall to get there when Sven dashes in for the 1v3 at the end.
Yeah, Sven just kind of biding his time. Blabber, it looks like, is going to be in some trouble. They're able to focus him down, but watch Sven right here. He finds his time, flashes forward. As Rahel was moving up, he was focusing him down, and then as he bounced back, just flashes.
I mean, Vulcan is also really the MVP of this fight. He polymorphed Impact before he could get on top of APA, and then he flashed over the wall to help Sven.
The Lulu flashes in to support the play. Like, that was
really goated. Like, Sven might have glided, but that would never happen without Vulcan playing it like that.
After that one, 5,000 gold lead after they take the fight.
My God, he has a 5K individual gold lead.
Sentinel side with an individual lead for himself, but Sven is up 5,000 gold on
Dude,
Rahel.
what?
All right, Azael, what's our update?
He's getting pretty close to the finish line. It's going to take a miraculous comeback.
Yeah,
Vulcan's still there with him. You know,
he's there.
He's there too. He's saying, good job, buddy.
How did the CBL stream go earlier? It was really fun.
Like,
Really good series. First 3 games were really good. 4th game was a bit boring, but first 3 games was cinema. Honestly, guys, if you enjoy the LPL, which I know a lot of you will do, you guys need to tap into the CBL co-streams. They're so good. They're so good. CBLOL has been so fun so far.
So Sentinels are trying to make
Oh,
for the Baron
I
instead.
see.
C9 trying to answer.
Oh man,
this
is a gamble of time.
It's all about Sven. Huhi wrapping around the back of the pit, just trying to keep an eye on how C9
they can't do this.
Hambach has lost half his HP, and
Yeah,
Darkling's
C9 are
nearly
just
done the
getting
same.
C9 are just getting Hex Soul here.
We have on Sven right there. He's doing a lot of talking, especially for an AD carry. But when you are the center and you know it, yeah, exactly.
CBL equals not an email. Yep.
Like, you are so
there you go. That's
right
Soul.
now. It's like the game is in our hands, and they have the Hextech Soul on top of it. No fight necessary for that Soul because of all the previous ones that they have won.
We're not giving Soul here, guys. We're not giving Soul here.
Sven knows he is the king in the castle right now, so let everybody know what you want to do, and they will just play around you.
And he has the LDR completed as well. Rahel has kind of made a pit stop for more of a utility item. He has the Serpent's Fang. He's going to be going Collector next, so it's like IE is so far away. He's never going to finish at this game, realistically. But Sven is going to be just pumping. And APA has had the Actualizer for a long time. Now he has the Death Cap and 8 stacks on the Darksteel, so he is also a real threat.
We actually haven't been tracking that horse in our race. The APA horse or the Blabber horse either. So just because the Sven one is so far out in the front.
It's a flashy horse.
Well, they're
it's
going to
also the tallest horse.
True. We just can't see the other horses. He's blocking the view.
Stands so high.
With those flowers, are you visualizing the horses?
I'm imagining the tall Sven horse right now as C9 are
Oh boy.
a Baron for themselves.
This Nash gets melted, by the way. APA smite. Okay. 2 seconds. Where's Hambach? Can he get in? No. Oh, he actually hit Blabber as well. That could have been crazy. Thanos had to flash out. Oh, APA! Oh! It took him a little bit further than I think he wanted to. Blabber's also maybe dead. No, Lulu saves him. Thanos got on top of Impact there. Okay, they're probably out. I mean, sure.
Honestly, I respect it from Hambach. He's like, you know what?
No, it's a good attempt from Hambach. He needs to hit the ult on Blabber, and then during the suppression, he can smite the Nash and Blabber can't. It's a good attempt. It's a good attempt from Hambach. It's just a bit too late.
Yeah, APA is just going too far. You know, I think his thought process is Lulu's behind me. We have Wild Growth. You know, you can get heal Wild Growth. You can kind of bait them, keep the fight going, and then Sven just cleans up. But he went a little bit too far.
Sorry, bro. That Wild Growth. It only works when I click it on Yunara.
Combo 2 seconds. I'm going Renekton inside. I'm going Renekton inside. Go Renekton. No flash. No flash though.
Go.
Flash. No flash though, still good. They got Baron, they have Hex Soul, and they've got the red buff on top.
Oh, Dokla's going to join us.
Oh, cool. Big desk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our desk is not that big over there with the analyst area.
Of the famed Worlds vlogs.
Yeah.
We all love a good Nihao Dokla here.
When we talk
Nihao Dokla.
them, that better be how they answer.
We need Dokla to intro the analyst desk. We're throwing it to Dokla, not the rest of them.
Dude, high key, what if? Yo, Teddy, Wait, Teddy, are you here? Teddy, are you here? I just had a...
very near occurrence. They're 8,000 gold ahead. They've got the Hex Soul.
So last minute the casters didn't know. I mean, genuinely, that can happen. Like sometimes, like maybe Dokla just happened to be at the studio today. They didn't know he showed up. Dokla was just like, yo, I don't mind like sitting in if it's like chill with you guys.
1, 4, and 2.
LCS ship seems to be run a lot like more like fluidly.
30 gold lead for Thanatos. Is that player game material?
There you go. There you go. And even after all this time, Hombach still has his individual.
But dude, we need Dokla's face.
Meanwhile, Sven's
We need Dokla's face photoshopped onto that Dokes picture. Nice feat from Sven.
They can still get there in time as the wave does start to get eradicated by the damage. Impact off to the side a little bit compared to everybody else, seeing if maybe Sven will step just a little bit too far up. Impact does have Flash now, so they can try to go for a Flash Ruthless Predator, but it's so hard to burst down this Yunara through the Lulu protecting him. And now Sven, just a couple more auto attacks, will take out the tier 3 turret. Thanatos split pushing over in the mid lane here at the same time. Blabber's going to take a little bit of damage, but he can resist most of it because he's Pantheon. Will finally fall. Hombach gets that kill, but Sven has already jumped.
Where the fuck? Where the fuck are they going? Yo, where did they just go? Where did... Yo, guys, your base. Yo, hello. Hello. Yo.
He and Vulcan will put in the work here on the second one. TP coming in on the minion just to reinforce
oh
the
my
C9
God.
lines. APA has rejoined the team. Darkwing
Where was that Rysar taking them?
Thanatos hops right on in to try to force the
Well, they were going to lose the game anyway. That just makes it funny.
pad the stats a little bit as Sven looks for the additional kill here on Rahel and shoots him down in his own fountain.
Good night.
To complete the ace, and C9 take game 1.
Well, and APA's off the stage immediately.
Gold lead of 8.6k.
Bloody hell.
That is crazy. C9's bot lane looking monstrously strong in this one.
All right.
Chat now, who is your player of the game?
Who do you guys think got player of the game? Who's your pom? Who's your pog?
We voted for Sven.
Dokla?
Dokla, who'd you vote for? Player of the game?
That was actually such a W protest, by the way.
Between Sven, and Sven.
Vulcan's Lulu ults.
Yeah. So I mean, what is it? Almost 8k gold lead individually. I don't see how it could go to anyone else.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Rise ults the Antarctic server. Bro, legit, by the way.
While we were watching the game, it was close until it wasn't.
Show the damage graph. Bro, legit. Show it. We need to see how much. I think. Okay, guys, Sven damage, quickly. Sven damage. Over, under 50k.
Yeah, so this fight
Over,
is,
under 50k.
To me, decide the game here. So I'm just going to play through this here. And this fight is for, what, 3rd Dragon here. And this, to me, is the difference between C9 and just Sentinels in this game and potentially the series. But Rise is over here in the bot lane.
Over, under. You guys are giving numbers. You know what? I don't think it's...
But C9 has Talia already...
Actually, I think the info is available, so I don't want to make a...
Thanatos is TPing in, so he gets a TP shield as well. But just the
I don't want to make a poll in case
between,
people cheat.
Sentinels and C9 here. It's like Rise is clearly pushes wave in, doesn't see Talia, and this is just not the mid wave for Sentinels to contest or walk in here because they just don't see Talia, and it's a numbers advantage for C9, and they just pounce on this opportunity, and they just look completely like they don't know what's happening in the game or something, and they just die.
Make a poll.
Not much to it. It's just a small miscommunication. Yeah, Talia's not.
I'm gonna make a poll.
We can't walk where we want to walk, and this fight just looks completely lost because the setup is just not there for Sentinels. And to me, that's the difference between C9 and Sentinels. You know, they have a close early game. They're actually doing pretty good in the early game, but these plays where it comes down to the objectives, C9 is just more coordinated on.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much fully agree. Yeah, coming on over because that is definitely the case. I think for Sentinels, at least they had angles within the game where they were trading sides. Like the top dive that happened once.
Yeah, we have these clips as well. It did look good early on for Sentinels.
Yeah.
A nice clean dive top lane.
I thought you would actually properly...
Stats aren't loading for me anyways.
I thought you properly cursed them.
It almost seemed like that they were going to fall short.
It looked like top lane was going to matter, and then just in the end it didn't. What a surprise. No, but this was a good play. They're trading Dragon here for a top dive. Rise has the move and looks for an ult top. Thanatos just doing his best to clear the wave, but I mean a 3v1 dive execution, you know, pretty well done here by Sentinels. And from this point, they're in the driver's seat, and they also make this good play too here. I didn't think it was going to work, but the timing worked out perfectly here. Flash ult by the Imbesso was really nice to close that gap there.
No window to flash.
Yeah. So from that point, I thought they, you know, they should be able to progress a game with the Mbessa being 2-0, having them first time advantage. But yeah, just that Dragon setup fight where they just couldn't close.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was tough after that.
And no surprise, player of the game in this one is Sven. I think the 8,000 gold lead might have had something to do with it.
Maybe.
But it's more about the friends we made along the way
Yep.
to the 8,000.
He had the 1,600.
I just love, like, again,
600, 1,068 damage per second.
Playing as far forward with the amount of confidence that Sven is able
So
to play in a lot of these team fights. It speaks to C9's
it definitely
team
wasn't
play.
over
It also
50k, but it
speaks
did feel
to
like
how
you could
much
throw out
he's
that
being
big
supported
ass
in some of
obnoxious
these
number
fights.
and
And I always
maybe
like
be
when
right.
AD carries can
Oh my
play
god,
far
someone
forward,
vote! Someone vote! Someone vote for Sven right now! Someone vote for Sven right now in the chat. Right now. Right now. Now. Now.
Joker, are those pity votes for Thanatos?
Ah.
Player of the game yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel some
How?
but I mean, it wasn't his game to carry, so honestly.
How no
you know,
6-7?
They draft him something different. And
Ah,
he doesn't
Ginger.
get it, and, you know, I think he'll get it.
Ah, Ginger Shivo.
maybe he can get his first one in game 2 or 3. We got game 2 coming up next after the break.
6-7, haha, I'm such a fat chad. 6-7 is so 2025. We're on 61 now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
We've got a new edition on
Okay, I have to mute the chat, otherwise I have to sit. I have to mute the VOD, otherwise I have to sit on the VOD after it's uploaded and manually trim like 8 different sections of the VOD. It's really boring. So if you're on Twitch, you get music. If you're on Twitch, you get music. If you're on YouTube, it is silent. Obrigado. Obrigado. Ah, actually, you know what, chat? Do you mind if a brown boy gets some chicken and rice? Let me go and do that real quick. One sec.
25 on the Mbessa Vi and Wukong. Just like, how's that series
Hello,
in
hello.
retrospect, looking back?
Jamada's so stingy. Fix this injustice. It'd be really funny if. Wait,
What?
what?
I think that we had like some good moments.
What am I stingy about?
We, kind of threw like in the Vi game. We threw after the first kill we got on.
This one is a must.
And then I think game 3, like I died as Wukong to a colleague, gave him a double kill and made the game kind of hard. So even though I feel like
go.
the games
Go
were
ahead.
like
Have it.
pretty quick.
Enjoy, guys.
There are definitely moments that I felt like we could have.
You don't have 7 TV perms?
Series, but like overall, I was happy with our.
I think everyone has different things.
Generally, really self-critical.
Because I had to manually give it to Teddy.
Have you felt the same about your performance?
I definitely feel like I'm playing better this split than last split. I feel like
Let me see.
I'm making a lot less of the later game mistakes. I'm still like sometimes, dying early game, like in my Nilly game versus TL, but I think that's just sometimes how it goes. Like
there you go.
To these skirmishes and, your team loses them or like you lose it, you make a mechanical mistake. But overall, like I feel like I'm playing a lot better.
All right. So for the Player Week interviews, we do rapid fire questions, 90 seconds on the clock.
You should be able to do it.
3, 2, 1. Who made the decision of choosing Fly over DSG? Because there was some confusion about that.
I think it was the C9, like together we all made it, but we didn't really want to pick Fly in the first place, and then we were told we couldn't pick Sentinels, so then we didn't have much time, and I think it was just a snap decision. I think it was probably like me, Nick, and a couple other players. I don't think Dom was there, but
yeah, fair. Solo queue voice comms, good or bad? From your perspective. You can also skip if you don't want to answer.
I think
it's a tough one.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm actually gonna have time to go and grab my food before it's done warming up.
I play CS. I use the voice comm sometimes, but when I don't want to use it, I just mute it.
Yeah.
So I probably myself won't use the voice comms that much, but I think it could be good.
Okay. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
What does Thanatos have to do to win a Player of the Week interview? Not be a top laner?
I think his team just needs to play worse. We just gotta play worse.
Voice comms positives outweigh negatives. Can't change my mind.
Me, Inspired, Hambach, Jose, probably.
And from some of the viewers, some of the fans out there in Discord, LTA Till I Die asks, why drop the fish 2 in your name?
Someone told me that my name would be too long.
Yeah?
At the beginning, so then I just changed it to Blabber. Like right when I started. My first game, I just changed it. But I think it would have been cool to keep Blabberfish too.
Bring it back. It's never too late. I mean, Darshan went back to Zion before he ended up like, so it's never too late. But that's it. That pretty much wraps it up for the interview. Once again, congratulations on winning that thing, and good luck in the future series.
Thank you, Russ.
At least delete the 2.
Yeah, there you go. Be the true Blabberfish.
And everyone's gonna wonder who's the original.
Yeah. Do you want to be the 2 Blabberfish or the true Blabberfish?
Keeps the people guessing.
All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, to the LCS. It is our upper bracket final between C9 and Sentinels. Game 1, honestly, started pretty close for quite a while. The first 2 kills went over to Sentinels. Hambach was active early in the solo lanes on his jungle Mbessa, but then I think it really just all came crashing down at the failed 5-man play top from Sentinels that opened up the opportunity for Sven to balloon his individual gold lead, and the Nara was never again approachable by Sentinels.
Yeah, and then really nice from Cloud9 after that
to
utilize their power to set up before the objectives, gain their small advantages first.
Honestly, C9 Ori bans here are very interesting. Because I wonder if, in a weird way, I actually think these bans are kind of soft operating.
It was on display in the last one.
They're kind of soft operating as like protection bans for the mid pool.
Really hard to play the game afterwards.
Those are our 4 junglers that are still alive in the LCS Lock-in tournament as well. So
they're kind of operating as soft, like they just don't want this trade. Like after what Sentinels did in game 1, I'm curious how much how much more are they going to go into this hole of like trying to pinch like individual players. Marish is just a neutral pick.
You mentioned in the draft for game number 1 how
Rumble is a good pick.
is one of those champions that can really stop Azir from being able to do
Let's see what they
wants to do, and how they love to draft Talia anyway for APA, but now that that's eliminated through Fearless, Azir is going to remain banned here alongside the Nico, and Sentinels will lock in the Rumble. I mentioned it on the series on Friday. Rumble's win rate in LCS is bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But it got better after he mentioned it. They won that game.
Okay, he doubled his wins from one.
Probably Vi Aurora here. Or you could go...
games has he won out of his
I guess you can go Varus Vi. And then probably go Aurora on 3 still. Could also go Zahin Flex. I don't think they will, but it's possible. I think they're more likely to take away Vi from the Rumble. Again, they hovered it for 1, but also I just think C9 are a very predictable draft team.
Rumble, that's generally what people will go for when Aurora is banned out, as it is here.
Oh, Aurora's banned. Never mind. I'm blind. Aurora is banned.
If I does get locked.
Okay, so in that case, ooh, they go Cassante.
It is going to be the Cassante as the answer here for Thanatos.
Yeah, easy tank to play into it.
Okay, then if this is the case, if they go Vi, I'm kind of curious about whether or not they think.
The only situation usually
I wonder if they're going to go Zahin jungle then.
AP lanes if the enemy is a Rumble is if they have Yone.
I wonder if they're going to go Zahin jungle.
Sentinels could make this a Yone comp, but it's Darkwings, so I don't think it's going to happen. So I think it's going to be a double AP comp. So I think you just
they want Jarvan maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality of.
I think they have a really high.
We talked about this on the
I think they have a really high prio on Zahin.
20 picks in mid lane.
I think they have a really high prio on Zahin. Let's see. Let's see if we're right, or if it just ends up being Wukong or
there's like, like a Maokai or a set.
Something could be more standard, like you guys are saying, Jarvan as well.
You have to go down to like 23 to get Diana. So basically, it's just always AD in the jungle, AP in the mid lane, every single game in pro meta these days. So yeah, I mean, it does make tanks in the top lane have a really easy time on how to itemize when there is an AP top laner.
So we have mirrored
I think probably
here in the first half of the draft. I think we all do.
I saw him at a Magic tournament recently, actually.
How do you?
He's doing well.
Erickson or the guy with the sign?
Or Rel.
They were both there.
Okay. That's why he misses him. He saw him at the tournament.
One or the other. They'll probably ban away engages. Unless they want to pinch Darkwings and they have something prepped for APA.
Alongside the Rumble, so a lot of long-range damage support for the Vi and whoever else is
they
going
will.
to go in. We've got the Wukong drafted for Blabber and the C9 side. Let's see what we're going to get with the bans here. There's that Yone ban that you're talking about.
They're paying the respects, even though you know, it is Darkwings here who really likes playing control mages in mid lane. They're respecting the champions themselves and the comp that you can make with it.
And it is interesting though, yeah, he has 3 games of Yone all time in competitive and 1 and 2 on the pick. So definitely not a Darkwings pick, but they are going to respect it. And, you know, Cloud9 did talk about how they felt like they failed in their preparation, you know, last summer, coming into playoffs, and that was one of the reasons that they wanted to play.
Trying to think what APA would want here.
Again, after having just played them, you know, being able to rely on that preparation.
I also think Ahri. Oh, they banned Poppy.
Well,
this is probably Ahri.
That Cassante sign, huh? He got that instantly.
He was just prepared.
It gets locked in. And
this is probably Ahri.
And then just pulls it out. You know, that's preparation. That's thinking ahead.
That's how you get
Annie, well, guys, wrong A.
Let's see. The Annie also
wrong A, guys. Wrong A.
Hits, but we do keep getting
wrong
a couple of
A.
straggler little bands there. You've got Wukong. The Wukong Annie is the bread and butter.
I've also been seeing a little bit of Annie support. People are doing.
Actually, Alistar Taker would be
cook
kind of crazy.
Pipes and Rylai's and stuff.
Speaking of another
A
A.
little bit of that going around. So who knows?
Support matchups are almost always going to be melee. I think Alistar is really high value.
It does just feel like APA champ.
Victor. Okay.
Champ, so you know, even though it was not
can survive.
A Galio top, they do still respect that.
I think Alistar value was actually really high.
So Victor is a good,
but I guess maybe if they go Alistar, then it opens up for Silas, even blind in the setup.
Right, he's going to go a control mage. What is a good control
or
mage?
they could just get Ahri on.
Control mages, and Victor generally outranges in a lot of these matchups, and you can kind of just laser poke and farm it up and play pretty effectively that way.
Ooh.
Like
oh, Hui is really good.
Common answer into this if you're just saying
Hui is really good.
Control mage for control
I love
mage.
this.
You took Victor first. Hui is just kind
very
of
limited engage right now on
Victor,
C9
make it into
too.
Arcane, so sure he's also there.
And the Hui is one of the few champions that can
have plenty of wave clear.
Oh, hey, yo, Tony, yo, hold on. There you go. I'll let the raid noise come off, and it's broken. GG. Yo, thanks so much for the raid. I hope you guys had fun. I'm not sure what you guys are up to, but I appreciate it.
Rest assured,
I appreciate it. Welcome in, guys.
That big nose gorilla.
Yeah, LCS co-stream. LCS co-stream.
Makes it very difficult for Hui to play. We'll see about the.
Welcome in, gang.
You know what I would actually really like?
Okay. So Sentinels now have more engage, and C9. I don't know if they should really go Alistar. I think
It's
I
just
think
about
Norless
being
should
absorbed
probably
in that
just be the
initial
angle.
push. So to me, Renata could be incredibly strong if they wanted to go on hit Varus.
I think they can leave Alistar up. I think they need something more reliable.
You know, Huhi on the Rakan as well. They're all going to be diving in.
I think they want the turn.
Considering some engage options
It's
themselves,
just my opinion.
Just wants to be able to start the fights.
Yeah,
all right. Well, that's what they done.
Side, you know, you want
No. They went. All right. They went in the end.
You
Nice.
Nautilus,
Okay.
so
I need to run ads. This is just timing. Yo, Raiders. I'm sorry. Raiders. I'm sorry. The ads have to run. Welcome. We always do it after draft. I'm sorry. But welcome in, guys. Wait. I'm not farming. I have to run ads after the jump select.
Seems like Cloud9 are going to put a lot of pressure on those immobile carries, but you can say the same thing.
It just like, what can I do? Hey, what can I do? Like, not run ads after champ select? Hey. He sold out, man. No, I've already been saying, you guys will know. You guys will know when I've sold out. You guys, I'm telling you right now, I feel like I have a very, very good relationship. I have a very good streamer to chat relationship. You guys will know when I run ads. Oh, sorry, not when I run ads. When I sell out, and it's not there.
It's a very different champion. It plays a very different role in the team as a poke champion instead.
Run them ads, they deserve it.
So I don't think
From the raid leader herself.
You want to see your bot lane bounce back a little in this.
From the raid leader herself. Did you guys hear that? They deserve it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Wait, W gifted. Did someone gift?
He to me is their like primary.
Yo, Kip. Thank you for the gifted. I don't have the
That's the guy that
I don't have the right chat on to see who you gifted to, but thank you for gifting.
How Impact plays this out. He's going first strike, so just thinking.
I'm not sure who you gifted, but thank you for gifting.
The lane and more about just kind of farming gold off of Thanatos, being able to get to those item power spikes faster, and then of course first strike does scale really well as a damage rune.
He's not wrong. Yeah, no. I mean, look, Tony's wrong about a lot of things to do with League of Legends, but when it comes to Twitch,
crazy.
She has it down.
Passes Bjergsen for third all time in North America for games played at 612.
They're just rubbing it into that guy with the fan sign.
Oh no, yeah, sign guy.
Oh yeah, you missed Bjergsen. Well, guess what? He just lost a record.
Oh no.
Kind of messed up, production team.
The update on our battle for
Tony, man, we need to get you coached.
Here you can see it is still Impact comfortably sitting with that silver medal.
We need to get you to Loki. We could get you to diamond by the end of the year.
Everybody else, so they're not really
with like some blood, sweat, and
just yet. The bottom lane, Sven and Vulcan.
Dedication.
Slightly better trade over Rahel and Huhi here, nice and early. Both junglers this time are starting on the top side of the map.
Is it true that the NLC is a great business and you are a brand risk?
Crisscross starts of last game.
And I think that's more about the repeat clears for these junglers, both Wukong and
don't believe everything you read on the internet.
And you just want to set up your camp respawns in a way that you're going to be pathing towards how you think you're going to win the game. And so they don't want to pay as much attention to top lane, to Cassante lane up there. So try and get down. And again, like you're both saying, the bottom lane.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
And junglers are also saying that.
So game one, pretty one-sided. But last time we saw C9 in the best of 5, it was one of the fastest in LCS history, 5th fastest, in fact, against FlyQuest. 80 minutes, just a hair over of total game time. So we'll see if they can continue.
Jin always feels homeless. You know what? There was a Jin game today.
That or maybe even one up themselves.
I was into Ash Seraphine, but I had Blitzcrank with it. It looked really good. It looked really good in that game. It looked very useful.
Roam towards mid lane here, though. You can get an early flash
Wait, are we for real?
out of Victor. That could be.
Okay, good movement.
Or APA will just step in front of him.
Oh my god, and he sidestepped the QQ. Okay.
I like it, and the the crowd clapping here for some of the
W feet.
APA.
W
on
feet.
the damage afterwards too, so he doesn't even go too negative on the trade there.
Yeah, really well done there by APA. He was already winning the lane against Darkwings, and even with that pressure coming through from Huhi, he's in a great spot. Huhi's still hanging around though.
Yeah.
Looking to try to.
Oh, is the prediction sorted, by the way? Is it like opened and closed?
He is invested in this. Meanwhile, you can see Hambach has made his way onto the top side. Scuttle
oh, my chat dock totally just broke.
Enemy support is now roaming. C9 knows they have total control over the bottom lane in terms of the push, in terms of the priority.
Oh
so
yeah, my chat dock totally just broke.
APA,
okay, I'm gonna have to.
With the good gank XD
It's the XD that's the
Swap over to just a Twitch
classic, letting them know you absolutely do not respect what they are trying to do here in the mid lane. We still have not seen either of our junglers get active, so Kobe's initial prediction.
I think I'll live in gold forever. See, I missed that chat. That chat just didn't show up in my Moy chat. Wait, does my... maybe my Moy chat dock is just broken. I think it misses... I think it misses chats if there's too many chats going on, you know? I think it just breaks.
He starts it out on good terms, you know?
But Tony, we can get you out of gold, man.
Slam you down.
Plus, like, think the inflation of this year, you're at least probably plat now.
All right, our junglers.
Everyone basically got a 500 LP stimmy this year.
Farm until 6. We're trying to unlock those ultis, making sure that they can play around what is expected to be the win conditions down here around the bottom side. The first Drake this time around is going to be Ocean Drake.
Don't feel too bad about it, bro.
Really good if you can get them while the laning phase is still, you know, active. So if we can see a big play, a big fight perhaps around a third crab, that could lead into a Drake here as well. APA with a very bursty trade here onto Darkwings. Extra auto attack with the Airy there at the end, and APA just keeps controlling this mid lane match.
How can you say that with a straight face? Because on my main account, for the first time ever, I hit Master with like a sub 55% win rate.
And every time he's doing that, APA
it was so evil and despicable.
And just looking for that trade. Has really good range, can trade through with that Victor laser.
And I want to see if that you know, cannon ends up getting melted and just dies in mid lane, because APA pulled the wave. So that cannon, yeah, the cannon for Darkwings, the whole wave just gets annihilated here on the recalls. APA getting back in time for his own cannon too. Oh, gee, that's just GG right there. Where's the chat?
That's just, where's the typing after that?
Cannon XD.
Yeah.
He is controlling the wave very nicely here so far as Darkwings and Huhi again going to step into that bottom side river, try to get some vision control.
And it gets him level 6 advantage here over Darkwings, so...
Yeah, people are addicted to Air Mayhem.
He'll soak up some experience, but it's gonna remain an experience lead for him. Bot lane pushing in, mid-wave control as well.
That's why Sentinels were trying to set up the vision down here, but it's C9
Crab a moment.
first to the Crab.
Crab a moment.
And Blabber and the Crabbers do what they do best. Crab secured, Wukong level 6 secured. Hambach still only level 5 on the Vi, so if they want to try to take any sort of a fight, it will be tough.
Straight into Dragon. It's a C9 classic.
Really nice for junglers, especially with the plan on everybody's minds now.
Mayhem is like lead slot, to be honest. Okay, I have a hot take. That is basically the exact same thing that you said.
You know, in the words
so,
of Blabber, game is over. You know, we got the
so was Arena.
To the Dragon. That's going to guarantee our first and second.
So was
Dragon,
Arena.
So let's see if
so was Arena.
I mean, it's kind of a lot of
just saying.
Having the Crabs.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So was Arena.
And the Dragon is right there, and it's an Ocean Dragon. Right? And Ocean Dragon this early on actually affects the lanes quite a bit, especially when you are playing some of these matchups like Thanatos is playing on the top side against Impact, where your regen is going to matter a lot, and now we're seeing Hambach try to look for a potential play here.
Yeah, he's thinking about maybe going towards the top side. Thanatos has already used the all out, and he has to flash to escape. Does not want to get caught out by Hambach there, so ulti for ulti in the top lane. Flash still available for Impact, though.
Interesting. So Blabber during that time also got to finish his blue buff. Can he finish this as well? He didn't have a smite for the Gromp.
Okay, now Hambach's going to force Blabber out of the jungle. Does find about half his health bar in the process as Impact
Slot
and
completely lost its meaning.
Both rotating over to back up their jungler.
So honestly, pretty
No,
good
I think its meaning just generally
because,
evolved.
You know, he comes in with
which you can
smite
say like
he can just yoink away the Gromp
it's lost its
Blabber
meaning.
had been working on, and
off
just
that,
by showing himself, he
I
got
think
the flash
for
out
me,
of Thanatos. So Hambach with a little bit of value play here for the jungle.
A slop is
doesn't like win the game or
it's still the same
that much, but
mostly.
That's some decent value. After
but now it's just like people consider slop like low effort.
And Dragon.
Yeah, it's a nice
it's like just low effort.
Get something back. Impact in a pretty good spot. I mean, the farm is even, but he has been able to get one plate, and he's been farming some gold with first strike as well. So Impact's in a pretty good spot.
You can get rid of one. Which are you doing, Greg's or Nando's?
The welcoming
Nando's
is not going to
Nando's. Bye bye.
Overextend himself as Blabber though trying to go in. He's overextended.
Okay. Oh. Well, APA's dead as hell. The Blabber's out, but this invade was kind of troll. Can they catch up to Blabber? I think they can. Oh, Hambach's still dead though for 1-for-1.
Nice
we'll take that.
Piercing arrow, but it's a double kill for Darkwings.
They pulled the trap.
It's another decent-ish start for Sentinels, you know.
Not gonna let you get away with that.
It's another decent-ish start.
The bump onto the blue buff into the Jin route, really nice, and so they forced.
It's another decent start.
Early on, so they knew they wanted to follow the play. Here's another look at it. It's Q from Hambach onto Blabber on this side, but on the other side, APA right in their face.
Sorry, Chat, I have to eat.
Well, the biggest difference is Impact made the roam, right? Impact actually just walked down there with no TP, so I think that is the real surprise here for C9.
Get rid of Popeyes and get rid of Chick-fil-A.
Immediately flashes in as soon as the fight starts, and they're like, oh crap, like we don't.
I never had Chick-fil-A, so let's just get rid of it.
We thought it was going to be a 4v4, so as soon as he's there, the fight is looking really bad for Cloud9.
Yep.
That being said, that couple hundred gold lead for Impact did vanish because Thanatos took 2 plates on top side, and there was some CS lost for Impact as well because of that roam. So whether or not that was worth it remains to be seen. Yes, they won the fight, but the gold really didn't move
Popeyes
at
is
all
not
in their
like
favor because of it.
True peak.
400 gold
in America.
here for C9. Next Drake not spawning for another couple of minutes. The grubs are active.
When I have
Kobe,
Popeyes here in the UK,
grubs are just not
it's very consistent.
appealing these days. I mean, physically,
when I have
they would
Popeyes in
never be able to
America,
get it. They're the ugliest thing that's ever been on Summoner's Rift, but even in terms of gameplay mechanics, they are
every
just
Popeyes is
not
different.
that good.
Every
Sorry,
Popeyes is different in
It's
America.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, I mean, they're the leftovers.
A Popeyes here is very, very consistent.
When somebody makes a play somewhere else,
You have to have Popeyes in the hood for it to be good. That has to be a microaggression, by the way.
Clearing out this wave here. Still about 600
That has to be a
gold for
microaggression.
Darkwings, and we were talking about how good APA was doing in the lane earlier, how well he was sidestepping Huhi's additional pressure, how well he was farming, how well he was controlling the waves, and Darkwings was kind of just trying to respond to that. But now those couple of kills have really got Darkwings right back in the game.
Yeah, Darkwing's back in the game, but it's once again a very big early goal lead for Sven.
Oh, sorry, I need to start. I've got two, just for clarity, guys. So my dock, which does multi-chat.
This time around, Sven on the
okay, it's fixed itself. It was broken for a while.
Super annoying on top of it. You know, the
sorry, YouTubers.
Sorry,
YouTube chat. I apologize, gang. To ignore you for a bit.
So as far as the leftovers of Summoner's Rift flowers, Hambach will go over.
Dude, I've heard about KFC in Asia. Do you know what I've heard about? KFC in Poland. Apparently, KFC in Poland. They got something going on in Poland. Man, them, we might have to take a trip to Poland.
Doing some good work here so far. Does have his Yumu's Ghost Blade. Is stacking.
I got raid here. What's up, Charlie? I'm very sorry. You went from Tony to here. I apologize.
Make Sentinels have to dodge those bullet hells, and you can see the MasterCard power spike for Thanatos has been completed. The Kanik Rookern that you guys were talking about.
You've been put in a tornado.
Against double AP solo laners. This is where Cassante starts
it's not
to
that
feel
great.
comfortable against the run.
Yeah.
I've been doing amazing. Yeah, man, we're having a good day.
Hell had to take a pretty rough base timing there, so even more damage being dealt to the tower.
Okay, C9 have
shout out to
Drake control.
Tuning in, and hopefully we'll give you guys a competitive series here.
We have had a lot of 3-0s this weekend, just early warning. And Cloud9 handily won the first game. Currently, though, setting up on Dragon.
Okay, they're taking long enough that Sentinels can reconnect. This isn't too bad.
Okay, Hambach wants to
oh,
jump in. APA is going to be your target yet again. The curtain call
it's good, I think.
APA is already down. A lot of damage
no, it's just they're kind of just killing the front line. They're killing the front line of each other. If Sven can get out of Dragon, oh god, he's been. Oh, that equalizer is really messed up.
And Thanatos is still looking for his angle. C9 have lost 3.
Yeah, I think they should lose Drake here.
2. Junglers are out of the picture on both sides. Thanatos still
Sven, does he have empowered W? Does he have empowered W? Can't get it. Fourth shot.
Woo! No, the Jin Rahel secures the objective.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a fourth shot there, and he loaded, and he was just waiting to get it low. So Darkwings gets it low enough. Boom, fourth shot. Even with a Varus, not able to steal it away. With both junglers down there, Sentinels make a big play, and Hambach in the brush onto APA. Look at right out of here. He goes straight for APA, gets the bump into the Jin route, and they immediately assassinate him with the follow-up.
I mean, it's just really nicely done. Huhi is there for the follow-up. The Jin all over the wall is landing the damage.
I'm not going to lie. This Cassante is maybe not going to die in this game. This is a problem.
Anything, but it does
that was a good team fight from Sentinels, in fairness.
He's just staying around trying to see, all right, can I actually steal this? He's hanging out the bottom side looking for that. And Rahel sitting on the fourth shot. It did go down to about 289,
wow.
so
close.
Was an opportunity
very
to steal
close
it.
Between the two.
Yeah, I mean, you're just focused. Everyone is focused. Nobody talk while I'm trying to steal this, and then afterwards, okay, didn't get it.
Yep.
But yeah, fourth shot Jhin and Varus are two of the AD carries that are very good at stealing objectives when no junglers are around. You know, on the new patch, of course, the new season, when junglers are around and smites increase damage, makes it really hard to steal stuff. But that was a fun one. And Sentinels here, striking back here in game number 2, evening up the Dragons. Let's see about this bottom side, though. A lot of participants.
Yeah, and, I mean, Sven is still.
Oriana was banned, Illy.
Lead 1.5K. He got another kill. He is really strong this game, so gonna be pretty annoying. There's a lot of squishy members.
So these player cam replays are so pointless most of the time.
At.
I think, you know what I will say?
Exactly. There's some tools to be
oh,
able to
they just
vote,
want Sven dead.
After that, Varus, Hambach goes in with the equalizer right behind
brother is hella dead, but maybe they can trade.
Sentinels have found their first kill, and now they're trying to get everybody out alive. Hambach is
I feel like Blabber. I feel like Blabber misplayed one button here, no? Maybe he didn't have W when he engaged.
But they still make the play.
Yeah, really.
But I feel like he should W and then R, right? Like he gets the slight buffed up damage. Well, really good and decisive engage. I'm kind of wondering what this is going to mean for Herald, though. 3 big ults. All used for this play on bot, and Herald is up in 2. 10, even.
Clearly, Sentinels here with a really good attack plan. Huhi ults early for the move speed to be able to follow up, and it's just a really nice flash ult from Hambach, knowing they've got impact for the follow-up.
I just like how proactive they're being. They know that Sven is a really strong member. They know he had no flash because of that earlier dragon fight, and so Hambach has no hesitation to just fully send it on this play with everyone around. And Impact getting very, very strong, has earned 365 gold from the first strike. Has opened up a pretty good lead for himself here, as might have a Herald fight.
Okay, Herald started by C9. Got it already down.
Yeah, I mean, Sentinels just don't have their ults.
But Sentinels are hanging around the area, and it looks like they're going to choose to just walk away from this one. Blabber can smite down. The Herald claimed the eye, no problem, no contest here from Sentinels. But C9 are now behind. That shutdown on Sven, that's stopping him from farming and becoming the monster that he was in game number 1. Very important for the Sentinels comp. What is the play that they need to do now? Like, what's the game plan to continue keeping this one close and trying to bring us our first not 3-0 series of the weekend?
What Sentinels need to keep doing?
What do they need to do to keep this going strong?
Keep on pressuring these lanes here. They have opportunities. You saw Rumble waiting in brush. And with these pick tools that they have, with a Vi and a Rakan, they can make quick plays with
UK KFC seemed dodgy as fuck when I tried it in London.
Cloud9 have to be
if you want dodgy KFC, Berlin.
To watch for these plays from Sentinels. And,
dodgy KFC, Berlin. Oh my god. Worst KFC experiences I've ever had in my life.
Possibilities.
Agreed. Vulcan has the locket now, which is going to help a little bit. You know, obviously playing with Summoner Heal and the locket. To try to
Berlin. I'm never having KFC in Berlin again.
Is
there anything good in Berlin? Italian food.
Basically every champion does
Italian food, to be honest.
And I think it is
Italian food's good in Berlin. Italian food I've had in Berlin has been good.
With that ultimate.
See if they can pull off something here.
Donut in Berlin is great.
Battle over
yep.
Vision is the first step. Hambach charging up. There is, unfortunately for him, a ward on the backside here.
There's this really nice, I don't know if it's still there. I would imagine it is because of its location. Right next to the Mercedes Arena. It's smack bang in central Berlin. There is a restaurant called Tony Roma's.
There are teleports for both top laners, and Impact generally getting the push first. So
really good.
Would kind of benefit them, but
I've really enjoyed that restaurant.
Okay, they're moving down there. Sentinels first.
Okay, Victor. Oh, yeah. Rahel is chunked. Kind of doesn't matter. You can just sit back and press R from range, but still feels really bad. If he gets hit by that arrow, really bad.
We're working on the Drake here at the same time while Sentinels are distracted, making sure nothing bad is going to happen to Rahel. Impact still hanging around on the flanks, seeing
they're just hitting Drake in this fog.
Commit towards this dragon so they can look for some sort of an angle to punish. Rahel still has curtain call. He can contribute from a long way away. Vulcan engages.
Hey, Drake is secure. I mean, they might even kill Huhi. He might burn. He's dead.
Looking to see if
he burns to BFT.
APA does finally burn Huhi down. Vulcan barely staying alive. C9 take the objective and 1 kill.
Ooh, barely.
No, Dave. I used to go to Berlin weekly. And on a particular day, I was like, dude, I'm craving KFC. I would like
claiming these brushes.
A little bit of popcorn chicken, a couple of chicken wings,
and then C9 also don't let
and some
Huhi
chicken
get
tenders,
free entry.
KFC style.
Immediately going for this recon. Because every time
And I was
they have a lot
staying
of
with
Sentinels, the
Archerum,
initiative they have-
as I'm sure many of you guys know Archer.
Yeah, I can move down to Dragon right now. I have top wave.
And
Yeah, I'm down. If you got the wave, I'm down. Okay. Think about
I love the concept.
You can go recon, Phil. Yeah, I'll go. Look recon. Okay. Got Drake. I'm leaving Vi. Recon 1 HP. Yeah, I'm on Vi. Play slow. Yeah. Nice content. We got Rumber. Nice guys.
And yeah, like, bro, I remember, I don't know if Archer is awake. I would love to summon him for this specifically. But he got like a little mini zinger burger. That thing came like it was a turd in a bun. I've never seen something so disgusting in my life.
And C9 rewarded multiple times.
And that is one of the big differences that C9 will tell you between APA and Loki.
And it was raw.
Loki just did not communicate as much. Obviously, it is a second language. APA is a very vocal
I made a
player,
song about
and is gonna be
Blabbers
really
Crabbers. You should check it out after this match, not on stream. I just want you to hear it. I think I will link it for anyone that wants. Sure. I wrote the lyrics, rest is AI. Oh, if it's AI? No. No.
It's not really a debate anymore.
Go make that beat yourself, twin. Go make that beat yourself. Go make that beat yourself.
But nice decisive play there from Cloud9 to kind of retake.
I think Huhi might have just pressed the wrong button because he just used the quickness in
Not even if I wrote the lyrics. Not even if you wrote the lyrics.
Towards top lane.
Sometimes you gotta go fast, brother.
Yeah, I guess
I can't make beats though. Go pay someone to make some beats. Go get in that FL Studio. Use them preloaded ones. I'm fasting all of this talk about KFC. Oh wait, hey. I need to lock in. Okay, the shield kept him alive. They can chase down Hambach. Okay, good flash. I don't think they can get Nash off this though. They don't really kill it quick enough. And someone needs to catch bot wave. APA is probably going to have to TP bot.
Very nice. Really good reactions from him instantly. To be able to deal with the attempted play from
he's TPing mid, really?
Honestly,
oh, they're doing Nash. Oh, they're just going to pull Impact up. They're going to pull Impact up. Okay. Wow.
Are going to be huge positioning advantage around Baron. And now Sentinels have no smite, no jungler, so they just have to 4-on-5.
Respect.
Yeah, Impact's already made his way in here with a teleport. Keep your eyes out for the equalizer. Vulcan
There's just no smite here, and they're just letting it. They're letting it get burned. Like, yeah, gone. And they're just going to walk out, probably.
21 minutes into the game, secure the Baron, but now they got to try to make sure they get everybody out.
Yeah, everyone's out. Very surprised if anyone dies here. So decisive from C9. Wow. Wow. I am so impressed. I don't think any team in the West right now would make that call and do that Baron and get it without losing anyone. Like, I'm not even trying to overglaze. Like, I actually just don't think any team would. I just don't think any team would do it.
Takes a lot of damage, but as APA steps forward, Q flash, ult, all the CC is there, but they cannot 100 to 0 him. Unfortunately, the stasis is enough.
And the stasis is so much value because he immunes the pop on the ultimate from the Hui, and this is why pro players very frequently, almost always, Zhonya's first, then flashed afterwards. Because when you Zhonya's early, that makes Hambach stay around for the follow-up play, because Hambach's, oh, we got to finish you now. So Hambach stays there by your Zhonyas, tries to
Is this Owl Dominate, you think? I think there's going to be some degree that, like, you can talk about. I think, in general, it's been pretty habitual from C9 that they've been a lot more measured. They've been a lot calmer on the map. Like, after they make decisions, they just, it really feels like they just talk, and then they just choose what to do. And they do it very quickly, they do it very succinctly, and again, there's just no panic. There's very limited panic in their play. So you could definitely make an argument that it's Dom's influence, sure.
Yeah, this is going to get pretty difficult here for Sentinels. Of course, they do have good wave clear with the Hui. But it's scary. They're losing control of this whole area of the map.
Yeah, and Huhi's just about to get 100 to 0 there thanks to the
damn, I looked down. I looked down for a fork of food and that guy's dead.
Now Sentinels are once again in a 4v5. Vulcan nearly gets an additional dredge line there to Impact. APA swooping in from the side as Thanatos keeps everybody else occupied. He wants to go all out. And
oh my god, Thanatos.
Flash, but he still falls. falls. Thanatos fighting for
Wow.
his life, but he
Thanos.
finally drops. Meanwhile, Impact's cleaned up over in the jungle. C9 might have lost their top laner, but they got 3 kills in the process.
Yeah, really nicely done. And APA kind of reinforcing from the side made that fight very awkward for Sentinels. It was hard for Impact to really get involved, and then Thanatos finds an angle to go very far, get the kills. They're going to be able to push up.
Honestly,
tower
like
bot.
Slayer,
take the dragon at the
most
same
of the time,
move themselves
I don't know
to
why they go
Soul
rapid
Point.
second. Like,
As
if you're
he's
gonna go
trying to
Youmu's,
clear
I
out
think
some
just
vision
like
here. He just gets 100-0, Mikhail's or not. You can't survive.
just go. I don't even know what we're. I don't know.
Out of your jungle, that is fully lit up. Look at all these
I just don't
wards
think it's
Cloud9
correct.
Have control wards at that through Sentinel's jungle, so they know it's hard. But then this is a tale of 2 top laners. You know, Thanatos is able to get the kill with the extra little support from Sven over the wall here, the long-range sniper. And meanwhile, the Rumble does not fare as well as a Cassante in those types of numbers disadvantages. So even though you can buy a little time with the Zonias or something,
even there, like APA lasered the wave, the top rush because he didn't want to deal with that stupid ass play again.
At that Dragon Soul, not too far
Respect.
They're looking at Sentinels first as Hambach tries to jump in. He goes for the quickness, but he only finds the Wukong clone. That is not the engaged Sentinels wanted, and C9 will just casually walk away from it.
Blabber did have to trade out the Cyclone, though, to disengage there, so he used that to get away, so it is a trade of ultimates at the very least, but see,
yeah, there's your flash engage coming out from Sentinels. They found their pick onto Blabber, or have they? He goes over the wall.
Wait, he went back in. Oh my god.
Blabber with a fancy feat.
What? Are you serious?
Still cooking, and now Impact feeds the damage on this
Bro.
Find it. C9, beautiful outplay as Darkwings is going to be your next target. The damage
Oh
is there as
my
Blabber's
god,
made his
and
way
he's still
back
alive.
in. One more crushing blow might
He's
do
gonna
it.
die
He
to the
can't
burn now.
quite land the damage. Blabber's still burning.
Oh my god, he lived from the triumph! Bro, are we...
C9, don't lose a man.
Eat to him and got behind him.
Oh my god.
So he doesn't hit him.
That was unreal.
Work right there. What the?
And he's staying around at no HP till the very end.
That was
of the fight.
unreal.
Goes back in, procs Thundered Sky on 2 people, then goes out. Looks like he's going to burn down, gets Triumph, and lives again. So this was pretty wild. Again, I like the look here. As Blabber's
Soundwave, bro, you're cool. I'm just not gonna be putting like AI art creation on my shit, bro. And like, I don't want it getting promoted in here. That's all. Like, I have no qualms of you using it. Like, do your thing.
At low HP, he's trying to heal back up. He goes back,
but I'm not gonna sit here and promote it.
After cloning to the side of that queue.
Like, I'll listen to it, like, not on stream.
Nope. Triumph Field saves them again.
Like you said, like you asked.
That's a wild team fight.
But I won't be having to get linked in here and shit. That's how it is. Oh. Well. Guys, it seems like every C9 game is just a humiliation ritual. It's just a scheduled humiliation ritual. It's just your scheduled humiliation ritual.
If you weren't sure before, this is why Cloud9 have really clearly been put at this #1 spot in the LCS. This team, the teamwork here is looking really good. The individual plays have been very good for them.
I think Dom wants that RE4 finale. Yeah.
I mean, they have a really
I think he does too.
On this series. Maybe Sentinels will be able to bounce back still.
Firo means I get proper sleep.
It's
W man.
27 minutes into the game, and it's already 7,000 plus the Dragon Soul that we mentioned is now only a minute and a half away, and it's a Cloud Soul at that for all the extra speed to chase them down.
We got to follow the more important story, Kobe.
Super Weeks?
How is Thanatos doing in the player of the game race?
Oh man, another one where it's hard to
9-0 Super Week. It's possible.
So let me know.
I mean, I think Blabber was correct in the interview where he was like, well, in order for Thanatos to get a player of the game, all the rest of us have to play worse.
They're doing too well.
Hope casters get paid by the series. Yeah, they get paid per day.
I mean, he's still doing pretty good.
Got in.
But it's definitely like less than the other guys. Last time around, it was only like there. So I think we're
improving. We're scaling into the third game.
He was having some fun there. The Cassante at the bottom tower, you know.
Okay, teleports coming in from C9 here as they are posturing around this Baron yet again. Sentinels trying to do something about it, and we did have a couple of ultimates.
Yeah, I agree. Low-key C9 should lose.
Once again, he's the
low-key C9 should lose. I agree.
The grand entrance, not super afraid
they
of
should
that.
lose on purpose. They should make the game harder.
Just going to force Sentinels back again. This map is so dark and so scary for Sentinels right now. C9 are lurking around every corner, trying to set these traps with the Nautilus for the pick, with the Wukong for the follow-up, and everybody's fair game.
Yeah, you've got vision advantage leading up to the Dragon Soul like this, and you have Victor and Varus poke coming at you, plus the snap initiation, point-click Nautilus ult, Wukong follow-up. It's just terrifying for Sentinels to approach, but they're trying to do it. They're working their way in through the jungle.
Oh, that was close. If that dredge line would have hit who
is LCS day rate good? Feels like it would have to be good since Cost is, I was saying, the best in the West. Wait, no, I misread something. But since they're living in LA, I'll talk about it in a sec.
Only at 2/3 HP. When the buy goes in, he's in some
Thanos is fine.
danger of getting bursted down if the team's not right behind him. Who he takes damage from a single piercing arrow. Thanatos off to the side, trying to deal with Impact and Dark Wings.
Thanos is kind of just losing HP, but it doesn't matter. They just killed Huhi on the front line, and Harmbach is dead insta. Oh, guys, by the way, here's Impact. Kill him. Have fun.
Picks up a killing spree there onto Rahel as Dark
LOL.
knocks Blabber down, but it's only his guardian angel, and now it's an out of mana away. He's out of space. He's out of time. He's
dancing.
Out of there.
They're dancing, bro.
Dance.
Oh, hey!
Do the whole tempo call, but they're just gonna rub it in. There's the ace for C9. They're gonna take
well,
the
that's the game.
Soul, and the only thing they get to use the speed for is a faster
it's a 2-0.
to the enemy Nexus. 29
Let's see if it's a 3-0 because again,
bro,
bro, full stop.
Yeah, APA was like, all right, I'm going to let you live for a while. And then Darkwings tries to do a combo. He's like, I'm going to fear you and teleport away.
Well, there we go.
Next game.
All right, I'm going to run ads.
Honestly, though, that fight was beautiful. Like, Cloud9 were able to dissect Sentinels really well. Yeah, they already have a huge lead in the game. It's also pretty easy to execute. But again,
but yeah,
team,
I don't think there's too many full-time casters
really
anymore
what do you think,
in the West. I think it's just like Vedios and Dracos.
I think the synergy is looking great. Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone on the LCS is a full-timer anymore, like an actual Rioter. I think they're all freelance. But to give you perspective on how decent the day rate has to be. Now, I'm not pocket watching. I don't know how much the casters get paid in LCS. It's just something I don't know. But when EWC came around, the EWC offer was like 25 grand, 25 grand. And that was for like a week of work. And now obviously there'll be people that would just decline it anyway because they don't want to participate, which is totally like that's their choice. But it's my understanding that they declined it because it was also like for those that would maybe think about doing it, it just wasn't enough money.
APA and Darkwings are fighting under the turret.
Like it just wasn't actually that. Like for them, it wasn't that much money. So
he's actually in range.
Think what you will.
This Q will connect. So
I think it has to be pretty decent.
If it doesn't connect, APA could just flash, and then for what it's worth, 20 minutes in, you have a 4-0 mid laner, a 2-2-2 Victor, getting his flash. Great, play done, reset, play the map. Instead, watch what Hambach does here. Slowing it down even more. He flashes to land the Q. Watch his cooldowns though.
We can't see his cooldowns underneath the pip.
Doesn't even weave in his first E. So he's a little bit low on damage. Then APA pops his stopwatch. Arguably, at the health that he's at, 260, maybe he has a chance of dying if he gets that E in. Is able to immune the Darkwing's ult damage. Then Hambach goes in for the Q off the stopwatch, doesn't time it perfect, so APA flashes it. But now notice, since Hambach doesn't have flash from overextending the first time, then he falls, and that's what starts Cloud9 from starting Baron. And this could just be an opinion thing.
No, they can't negotiate shit, guys.
Here. I believe
everyone's freelance now. If you get hired, you're freelance.
Smite, they're just
do not make assumptions.
As low as possible. So
oh my god, this is one thing that like used to drive me nuts. I'm gonna like run. I'm gonna like pseudo old. I'm not like old man, but like pseudo old man rant at the sky for a second. The amount of people that think they understand how the caster like ecosystem and like circles work is, yeah. I've never seen the community like be collectively so incorrect in my life on like everything to do with the dynamics of casters. Like surrounding like stuff like this and like adjacencies, like job roles and this, that, the other. It's really bad. It's really bad. Like the one that always used to low-key kind of drive me up the wall was people thinking that Quickshot like ran the entire show, like behind the scenes. Like, no guys, there was just a period of time where Riot high-key overworked him and he was kind of the talent manager on like more than just the LEC, whilst also being a caster. And it's like, yeah, he was kind of like one of the vocal voices behind the scenes, but he wasn't like a leader, right? He was on everyone's side, like freelancer side, and he would make sure that everyone is getting taken care of, and that was it. Like it's really that simple. But he wasn't like making the fucking the entire machine work, bro. Like everyone contributes, everyone does their thing. Come on now. But people really like to like straight flip narratives and just believe them for the love of the game. They'll be like, yeah, I heard this at the studio. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I will say, this doesn't mean fans, as much as I love you guys, this doesn't mean Thanatos wins.
Yeah, you don't get to override.
We're not Europe. You don't get the whole say.
It's between
you work in movies and it's the same thing about people talking about how movies work? Yeah. Yeah, GB retired. GB retired this year. GB retired this year, and I'm very happy for him. I'm very, very happy for him. I think he is significantly happier. I think he is significantly happier.
28,000 damage from the APA, slightly more than the 8,600 damage from Cassante, I will say. But also damage on kills is a stat we like to look at as well. So
I think it was a crowd. I think it was crowd fan vote, not like the actual one.
I think it's a new word. Okay. Yeah, we just made it new lingo. Yeah. We'll see if they can continue to be contributors.
Nah, I don't think Vi sucks.
Game 3 coming up after this short break.
For some reason, everyone is happy after esports. Well, yeah, there's just like a lot of weird like politics stuff that you guys don't really experience. You know? Like, if we're just being real, there's just a lot of things that you guys don't know about. And like, you just never will. That's just how it goes. There's a lot of nonsense. Perma. And then also, like, just to be completely... Like, just to kind of toot my own horn here for a second, because obviously it was my job role too. Guys, working in broadcast is not easy. Like, it's a really stressful job. It's a really stressful job. And especially on the LEC. Especially on the LEC. I don't want to... Now, please do not misconstrue what I'm about to say. I don't want to say, like... Out of all of the environments that I've worked in, the LEC one is definitely by far and away the most stressful. I don't know, it just feels like there is a certain bar of expectation that feels really, really high. And if you're not hitting it, I think there's a lot of pressure on you to, like, hit it. And that's not, like, a bad thing, and that's not me saying that anyone, like, you know, people, like, they're, like, glaring, like, you need to do work, or you need to be better, or this, that, the other. Like, it is a really lovely and constructive environment at the LEC in terms of like talent producers and production and stuff. But like, goodness me, like compared to working on the LPL, compared to working like ERLs, like the work culture is just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of pressure that those guys feel, and then subsequently when I was there, that I felt to be delivering just such a high bar perma. Loving your behind the scenes perspective. Yeah, I mean, like, I think people again just make really bold assumptions about how it all works. Like I spoke about this the other day, since we were just talking about Gorborg. There was a guy, like on the Reddit post when Gorborg retired, there was a guy on the Reddit post that was like talking about how Gorborg was difficult to work with when he was on the NLC and like how we apparently all hated him. and he was like a backstabber in the ERLs. And it's just like, no. Like, Gorborg was one of the most docile people you will ever meet in your life. And then when it came to work, he was incredibly energetic and probably pitched, like, the most, I think, I know of a person. Did he get GB mixed up with Duckling? He might have. Like, Gorborg was one of the most constructive people I've ever worked with. And straight up, lying is so OP. Like, if you're lying in that kind of context, everyone is just going to nod their head and be like, yeah, no, that sounds correct based on what I've, like, heard and how I feel about him. It's like, what? Like, bro, if I was on the LEC, let me tell you this right now. If I was on the LEC and I was working with Gorborg on the analyst desk, I would legit breathe a sigh of relief because I knew that my day was going to be easier. I legit knew my day was going to be easier. Damn, how many upvotes did you have? That's how we know you're telling the truth. Bro, too many. But what if he tried to get him one of those weak, whack content pieces? Oh yeah, then if he tried to do that, then fuck him. Yeah, I agree. If he tried to taint my reputation with one of those whack-ass content pieces, yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Sven from C9 Kia's Dealer's team. I'm here to show you a pro tip for Kai'Sa. So, the first tip is when you get your upgrades on your champ. You buy your items like you always do.
Enjoying the music? I'm glad you enjoyed the break music.
You get your upgrades. If you press the icon above the evolve and you press your E button at the same time, you can cancel the animation like this. So you don't have to do that whole RP animation in your base or something. The second pro tip on Kai'Sa is you can use W while you're ulting.
Oh yeah.
This is how it looks like if it's done correctly. Assuming you already have plasma on a target, you can press R and a W while you're flying. Your opponents can't see the animation and therefore it makes it really hard to dodge. Thanks for watching.
Don't miss any LCS action when you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less gold.
I love all the little animation canceling tips that come out from people on specific champions, because those are ones that are...
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if Kadra wants to do that, if he wants to pivot, I think he should. I think he should.
You know, things like that where you're always like, man, this guy is so good at this champion. Why does he do more damage than me? There's so many little animations.
It's his brand, and at the end of the day, also...
Do things quicker and hit harder.
He's in a very lucky position where people care about him.
And others, you're just not good enough to do. Like my friend who was trying the Akali one that Sage recommended. Where Sage's talking about the
people care about him
like,
and his product.
The animation on the E, and it's unmissable. So my friend tries to
so he can do it.
The E point blank, loses his flash, dies.
Oh, he died too.
So it turns out you can miss it.
Okay, well sometimes.
Some of the pro tips only for pros.
Unmissable if you're a pro player.
Exactly. Some pro tips only for pros.
All right, well, speaking of some pro moves, we definitely saw those from APA.
All right,
and
let's crack on, guys. Game 3. Humiliation Ritual, 1 game away from completion.
And then long before that, APA's outplay in the top lane that set them up to take that 21-minute ban.
No Ori Azir bans so far, so it looks like they're going to try and trade them. C9, what they can do is they can ban one of them, Nocturne's out, so they could ban Ori, and then force an Azir ban. And then force an Azir ban.
On opening the Orianna again, if we're Nocturne banning, then
they could also just handshake it. They could either they handshake it or they ban Orianna and then they force the Azir ban. There you go.
So are we going to get the Azir ban to match it? Yes, we are.
And then we'll get Ziggs is open. I don't think they'll blind it.
We'll see, but I would be pretty surprised if it's a Ziggs blind.
I agree with Zale.
Drafting these days is kind of just tier listing, right? It's kind of just going down top to bottom, most popular champs. Would be cool though. We'll see if he goes for it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Tier list be damned. We're getting APA Ziggs.
First one?
I was thinking the Aurora, TBH.
If they're gonna leave it open, then I gotta smack them.
True.
Right? So I have to keep the fear.
Gotta earn the bans.
Yeah, I gotta keep the fear instilled in them. If I don't remind them, then we're not getting our free bans.
It'll be interesting though, because
Lucian?
there are counters to it. It was Palafox who played the LeBlanc into this specific matchup, wasn't it?
I think Jarvan is really high value.
That matchup, and Palafox talking about how like you can't blind it. You know this
I think Jarvan is really high value, to be honest. I'd probably take Jarvan here if I'm Sentinels.
If Darkwings has a counter prepped.
Something like Jarvan and Aurora.
When I think back to last
J4.
Year, brought it up for TL a lot of times. And,
J4 and then
was doing really well
Aurora
in all those
on
games.
3.
All those games were losses. You know, like they kept losing with it.
You got a lot of lanes you can play Lucian with. I don't feel like you need to go Nami, TBH.
It wasn't the champion's fault though, for sure.
So all right, well.
Sometimes it was his fault, but it was player choices, like the teleport one. Remember?
J4.
But it wasn't a champion. Like
no, don't blame Ziggs.
If you did that teleport on any champion.
You could go Zahen.
Right, well,
you could get freaky. But you need to set up when you have Ziggs.
Duo, they want to enable Huhi and Rahel to be able to play aggressively, to fight against Sven and Vulcan, to try to carry from the bottom lane, because they really haven't been able to do that in either of the previous games.
Aphelios Milio, perhaps?
Has been on a
Thresh.
bit of a streak, so
okay.
Sven here with another big carry possibility in front of us, and the Thresh picked up for the extra safety there too.
Time to find out, are we going to get a mid lane counter pick, or is it going to just be, you know, something more standard? You know, will he go kind of outside of his regular
no buffering,
which is just control mages?
I will also say,
hey, have a word, have a fucking word, oi.
Generally, when APA picks, the Jarvan and the Xin are the two kind of
and it's Jarvan, okay.
Nice AD
Thank you, buffering.
That are highest in the tier list that are still left up, and Jarvan here with the Cataclysm could get some value if you have follow-up to take.
Okay, well, I think C9 are gonna struggle. I really feel like they should have gone like full top side.
Like Mundo, and then you're getting down to kind of some of the ones
something
that
freaky.
Are more niche.
I don't know how much I like Aphelios Thresh.
But those are kind of all still up and available as we've gone through most of the primary AD
Galio
these days, and with the Xin ban,
I think they should probably ban Aurora. I think they should ban Aurora.
Malphite's going to be banned out here as
I think Aurora is a really problem champ.
By C9. They don't want to deal with the Jarvan Galio Wombo
combo. That has to be a mispick. That has to be a mispick. That has to be a mispick. That has to be a mispick.
That's one of the counters that you don't sniff.
That has to be a mispick. No. Mispick for sure. Mispick for sure. No. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Is this?
You could put it mid versus the Ziggs, I guess. Then you can like Q dodge on.
Actually, if you're Thanatos, what do you? Just Aurora, no? It has to be a bug.
That would be like my
has to be a bug. I think this just it's bug.
It's like you just get shoved in nonstop.
Yeah.
Line top Bane? That's kind of crazy too.
Yeah. No. Has
like just went away, so I'm assuming it's maybe a wrong pick. Because to me, like I was just
like bro, they slammed it insta off the cool. That like, there's no way.
Because there's no way you're blind picking a top, but mid lane doesn't even seem like a good matchup.
Producers have informed me the reason that the champ select went down is because they are investigating a potential champ select bug. It's going to be like pretty much everything else where we have these champ select issues. If it's deemed to be the error of the player, you're playing vain.
Dude, you know what's so
really
funny, though? Impact was literally the player.
I think that's really silly.
In the game, I swear, if he's using the same
what?
mouse and it's the
if
same
it's deemed
mouse
player
thing,
error, then they have to play. Oh, come on, get a grip.
Well,
who locked that in though? It wasn't him.
No, it wasn't.
Get a grip. No, I'm sorry, that's bad.
Someone else did the clicking this time around.
Because it was pick order would be Rahel because it was the fourth pick. So
like I understand, like I can kind of get down with that for runes. I can kind of get down with that for runes sometimes. Like, sure, you know what? Like, this player took wrong rune. Okay, yeah, like, just let them suffer their sins. Bro, if they let this Vayne top go through and they didn't want to play Vayne top, this is proper shag.
Was it a client error? Those are pretty common, let's be honest. Or was it actually a player error where, no, he clicked Vayne and then he clicked lock and, like, well, too bad.
I really hate this. If this happens twice, and it's happened to Sentinels twice as well, like
usually with that mistake. If it is the game's fault, the client's fault, of course you're going to get a remake, and we're going to go and kind of draft through to where we were prior to that mistake.
Yeah, usually takes a couple minutes to investigate, go back, look at that tool like you're talking about. But I do like the Lucian Nami here for Sentinels. I do think they need to be able to play aggressively in the bottom lane. Going up against Aphelios Thresh, Sven is going to be back on a champion that just scales forever with Aphelios. Like, this is going to be a late game problem, and I want to see Sentinels really try to punish it and run the lane early.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Admit your crimes.
Top blind.
Did you repent?
He was talking. He was talking, apparently. Too much chatting.
Too much chatting.
He's following the APA way.
Chat and we'll consider it.
He's following the APA footsteps, man.
They're trying to look cute in their Teemo hats. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
You think it's a
various Teemo
What
hats.
word did you use?
Yeah, wait a second. Should we default to trust or no?
Based on my League of Legends experience, we're defaulting to not trusting him at all.
Did he insta-lock a Vayne and then start trash talking really good? I don't know.
All right, well, we're still just waiting for this to get worked out. Obviously, if Sentinels didn't intend the pick and they're stuck with it, they're going to be pretty unhappy.
Golden smiling.
He is smiling, but is he smiling because it's like...
Is he smiling because it's cooked or smiling because they get to redo it?
Well, maybe it's Thanatos' time to get an MVP. Gets to play against a blind Vayne top.
Gets to stomp Vayne top.
What a Golden Glue is like, all right, we'll save a counter pick Vayne top for our last pick. And then they're like, oh, Vayne picked?
So, update, it was a player error, so they are going to have to play the Vayne.
No way.
So Rahel did, in fact, choose the Vayne, lock the Vayne, so they're stuck.
Are
with
we
the
for
Vayne.
real?
That is the update. So now they have to choose, is it
Are
going to be
we for real?
Is it going to be top?
Are we for real?
That it happened to them twice.
I hope that we, like, Sentinels make some content around it and actually, like, give us more of the story. Because,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, they have to reverse sweep, and they're going to have to do it with a blind Vayne. Well, I mean, it could be mid, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, though. I feel like Vayne into Ziggs, you're just
going to be under your tower.
The wave gets kaboomed.
Yo, I'm sorry. No, I'm tweeting. I don't care.
You know, because when I was thinking through, like, I like playing Vayne, and I don't play Vayne mid or anything, but like when you play it into Mage's bot, you just live under your tower and you never get to interact, and you're just kind of getting poked, right? It's very, very difficult. So I would think that would be the difficulty. Like maybe there's a world in which you can try to like play past the wave and look to like make it so he has to spend the spells on the wave. You can harass him. I don't know. I mean, I guess they can flex it, but it seems horrible.
I gotta say, Golden Glue's smile, it's looking suspicious. They were laughing like, that was a smile like, oh, haha, maybe we did, like...
He also plays League, so we're also not trusting him.
Okay, yeah, true.
But you know who else plays League? Famous LCS superstar Michael I'm a Cutie Pie Santana once said, how will the opponents know what you're doing if you don't know what you're doing?
Facts.
Sometimes you just have to lock blind Vayne solo lane and YOLO it.
Just go random.
I'm ready to believe.
Random.
I'm ready to believe.
Sometimes you do let them know your next move, and it's a crazy move.
It's just wild.
Like, look at my next move.
Why would he do that move?
Didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Enemy team probably has 0 draft prep for blind solo lane Vayne.
That's facts. Well, we'll see. I mean, their draft prep hasn't worked so far. They did lose twice. So how about you just throw all your draft prep in the garbage and go random?
Just do something.
So total game time so far, 62:07, right?
Okay, yeah.
The last series that they had against FlyQuest was just about 80 minutes. And I was like, I'm not even going to mention this because they'd have to win in 18 minutes.
That'd be great.
But now with the Vayne, you're telling me there's a chance.
They could beat their own record they set previously.
Yep.
If they win this game in 18 minutes. It's really hard to win in 18 minutes
It's
now.
almost impossible.
In the current state of League of Legends this season, it is very, very difficult to do
there's a champion that could make it happen.
Yeah. In this theoretical situation, maybe you have experience in the past where you lost in 18 minutes with a top lane Vayne. Were you the Vayne, or is it on someone else?
Me? Me? I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
Okay.
Also, yes.
Okay, so as you all can see, we're recreating the draft. Everything up through Vayne and including Vayne has to be the same as it was the first time, and then we will be able to wrap things up. So you've got your Zen and your Malphite bands, you've got your Galio, and your Gwen is going to be the other one.
Okay, chat, what's your best Vayne counter then? In this multiple scenarios where you get blind pick Vayne in front of you.
Give me Teemo with Ignite.
Yeah.
You give me Teemo with Ignite, and if I'm that Vayne, I got something else to do, buddy. We're alt F4ing this champ select.
What's so funny too, because
gotta walk my cat or something.
Yeah, because pro drafts are in.
I'm sorry, I'm so stun locked, man.
Rahel has to be like, hey, I got you something. here's the Vayne.
Wait, what was Rahel playing? Lucian. They could swap.
Yeah, yeah.
He can say, my bad, dog. You can take the Lucian.
Yeah.
We'll play Nami Vayne bot.
Like, I'm sorry, it's gotta be. It's so like,
Not
bro.
again?
Head down and shake.
Not again.
I think that.
Okay.
Tell me it didn't happen again.
Some seat is empty.
Okay.
Where is Blabber?
All right, so I have an update. We are dropping Champ Select one more time. League officials are going to find the great big sacred rulebook and see if it is at all possible for there to be a situation where this gets remade. Everybody's just making 100% sure that he has to play through with the Vayne.
Like, I'm sorry, this is really dumb.
So they're
just
triple checking the rules, making sure.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's really good that they done that. You know what? If they are actually double, if they're actually double triple checking, I actually respect that they're doing that. So for an update, if you guys have missed it, if you haven't like heard over the casters, I've been a little bit silent, letting them take the wheel here.
Impact incident happened. He was tweeting saying
Accidentally, apparently, Rahel locked in Vayne. It looked super instant after ban phase. So in my opinion, from what we could see, it clearly looks like a bug. It clearly looks like a bug. Now, the officials came to the conclusion that it was player error. I don't know how, don't know what they saw, right? Don't know what they saw. They said, oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So apparently, that's what they said. They said it was player error, he has to play it. Then they started the draft, and then the draft has gone back down, and then apparently officials are double, triple checking. So they're trying to see if, by the letter of the law and the rules, they can just not have Vayne be locked.
Maybe.
Personally, I think if both teams just fucking agree to remake the draft, up until that point, they should just let it happen. I don't even think this should be an officials thing. I don't even. I personally, I don't even think it should be an officials thing.
Determined that it was the player error, not like a client issue or anything like that. They remade the game, but then I guess there was a decision to
now, obviously, C9, if they want to just let them do it, then yeah.
They're figuring that out, so we'll just give you updates as
like if they wanted to force them for it, then sure. If you want to shelve, yeah, shelve it for now. That's fine.
I can't really think of a lot of situations that this has ever happened in. I don't think I've ever cast a game with like an accidental champion pick like that. I know the famous one is always like the Piglet locking Rammus, and then they had to play Rammus support in. I think that was a relegation game or a promo relegation.
I disagree. That puts the blame pressure on players for no reason. No, not really. Like if you're saying, oh, why weren't they sportsmanship like? No, absolutely not. Like if they want to be sportsmanship and give them an equal chance, they can. If they want to just take the free win, they can. Like there's no social pressure. Like the social pressure is completely in their mind. And if people really want to bitch about it, they can bitch about it.
That one, but I casted the next time that Piglet would face.
And that was your story?
Would face high like later on in a different like promo relegation with old like eyeball FlyQuest.
Yeah, it was Game 5, Grand Finals of Academy.
It's not C9 to make sure the SEN plays. Yes, I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying, friend. I'm saying if C9 are okay with playing a like real competitive Game 3 where the enemy team isn't playing Vayne top that they don't want to play, then they should have the ability to say yes or no to that. Like in my opinion. In my opinion, that's not putting pressure on them. They can quite literally go, yeah, you know what? Fuck you guys, play Vayne top. Or they can go, actually, you know what? Yeah, we think it would be boring as shit if you guys had to play Vayne top and you didn't want to play it. And you can't play it or whatever. Completely up to them.
They did find a rule, and Rahel is going to be allowed to change the champion.
Okay, good. Good. They could have just plucked that out of fucking thin air.
That we're about to see. So I think the crowd cheering is correct.
They could have plucked that out of thin air.
Okay, so
they could have plucked that out of thin air for like a...
not the truth after all.
Thank God, bro.
Basically, the TLDR that I've just been given by my producer is because Cloud9 did not lock a champion after the Vayne was locked in, essentially they're saying like the ruling is that there is no like disadvantage to Cloud9, you know,
okay, good.
for allowing them to redo this.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Accidental pick. Like that is the kind of TLDR that I've been given. So,
no, that rule exists. I've seen that rule. I've actually seen that rule exist. I've seen it happen.
The draft once again, third time's the charm.
But
I've seen that happen.
Up until Vayne, but now not including Vayne, must remain the same. So all 10 same bands.
Okay, thank God.
6 picks are going to be the same thing, and then just
thank
no Vayne.
God.
So
if he locks Vayne again, though, it's
I definitely want some content from Sentinels around how they're going to improve their champion select on stage.
I mean, it was always just the fairest resolution anyway.
How many remakes and how long we have to wait for them with Guardian Aatrox?
It was always just the fairest resolution anyway. I'm sorry, like I hate this like we have to live by the book thing.
Everybody's next, you know, Monday.
Like, bro, do we all not like? Let's just be honest. Like, let's just be honest intellectually with each other right now. Is it not just the most honest and fair thing if they're saying, "Yo, we didn't actually mean to pick Vayne top," and you could see it because of the fucking graphic. The final ban came through, and then Vayne got slammed instantly. They obviously didn't mean to fucking pick Vayne. Come on now, man.
They forgot to change, you know, turn off Mel's Excel on their mouse or
let's be honest.
Things like this, then.
Like, it's just the most fair resolution.
It's just some goofy setting. Well, okay, we've got our...
And as long as C9 didn't lock anything after as well, like 10x.
Couple of bands here, and then we'll see what they actually want to pick on the Sentinel side.
Oof, okay.
So, you know what? Vayne actually kind of looks good.
Oh, someone's running the prediction anyway. Thank you, whoever it is. I can't see.
God, if they end up with a Vayne anyway,
they have to play it.
That is...
You know what? You know what would be so...
not Vayne.
You know,
that is the opposite of Vayne.
It really is.
I think now C9 should hover Vayne. It'll be funny as fuck.
You know what's a great tank buster?
Top into your Scion.
That would be really funny.
Rek'Sai.
We're getting Rek'Sai, which could be top.
Maokai. Oh.
Honestly, I think it will be top.
Oh, this is also fun too because the Maokai got a nice buff on this patch. We did a little segment, you know, what types of new champions that got adjustments on the...
Hey, this could be Maokai top. This could be Maokai jungle.
Maokai was on my list. Got some nice buffs to the Q damage. So Blabber here with this champ.
TF.
You can do
Twisted
a lot
Fate.
of very crazy...
It's pretty good here, actually. I like.
Really early on,
all right, I'm gonna run ads, guys. I have to run long ones because obviously there was a pause, so I apologize about this. But I just have to make sure our bases are covered. Actually, do I? Oh no, we're good. I don't have to run ads at all. I'm gonna do it anyway. 1 minute.
Well, there's a tier list. Let me check here. Mega is bigger. Yeah, Mega is bigger. Yeah.
Is Mega the biggest damage you can have?
Super Mega.
It is Maokai jungle.
So Super Mega Death Rocket. Makes sense.
It's the biggest.
That's the biggest damage you can
right
get.
from the game.
Yeah. Fair.
Especially because they added death into there.
Yeah. The more adjectives, the better. All right. Well, TF coming through for Dark Wings, that'll be interesting. So are going to be able to play towards side lanes. You kind of really think, though, it's only towards one side lane. Let's be honest. You kind of want to play towards that Lucian.
Yeah.
A lot of setup for Vulcan's Thresh this game, which is great. You have the Maokai CC. Obviously, you have the Gravitum Root, which we saw Masu and Cryogen dominating a 2v2 lane. You know, with that setup, you throw out that purple gun, get the root, hook there to follow it up. And if you're able to connect a hook onto Nami, especially in lane, because Nami is not playing Cleanse, obviously, the Lucian will be, that can sometimes just be a 100-0 look.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's see how this one goes.
The champ select. This could be the last game of the series if C9 can close it.
Will C9 complete
best of 5 so far this weekend?
The humiliation ritual.
3-0 sweep. Cloud9 would love to make this one be the same thing. Head towards that grand final next weekend, next Sunday, for their shot at going to first stand. Sentinels taking to the rift again. So much pressure.
Why can I hear?
Like
I can hear.
This bottom lane, on this Lucian
I can hear champ select music.
I knew we were going to get some chat at the beginning. and you mentioned it as well, Isaac.
Genuine question, how did you get to work with LFN to be on Power Spike, and were you surprised to be on the show? How did you listen to episode 4 people? Love the content. Favorite person to watch LCS? Oh, thank you.
And so C9 here.
As for LFN, honestly, I just got reached out to. Digon and Dom both thought I would be the best person to have on the show. So Monty reached out to me, asked me to be the replacement on the show. As for episodes with 4 people, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, while the laning phase is just now starting, we've got Dokla standing by for an interview with Coach Golden Glue.
And I'm here with Golden Glue of Sentinels. Golden Glue, this has been the second time a Champ Select issue has happened under your tenure as head coach. What does it say about your leadership?
Yep.
That's
W question.
Dokla.
W question.
It says that in my environment, we're willing to make mistakes. We're willing to take that extra risk or that extra step and learn and improve from it. That's what I think that shows.
I mean, that's great because, you guys are top 3 right now, so I can see the improvements throughout the split. Down 0-2 in the series, what do you need to do to come back?
I think we need to team fight better. I think in the last game, we could have won that 3rd dragon. We're kind of just getting out team fought on the 3rd dragon. I think we're not really finding the right angles. So this game we have a bit more of a pick comp, and we have a bit stronger lanes with the Lucian Nami and this Thresh. So trying to snowball and kind of play a different pace of game this game.
Yeah, you gave APA his Ziggs here, so what was the thought process behind that? Because,
I guess he can just first pick blind Ziggs. Let's see, maybe we'll punish it, maybe not. Flash, kill his ass.
There you go.
Oh.
His ass is dead.
He's going down.
That is what we do versus the first pick Ziggs. That
W.
is what we do. It was all according to my master plan.
And there you have it. So looks like Sentinel's going to go for the reverse sweep here. And we'll toss it back to Flowers and the rest of the crew. What do you guys think about that?
I think they did indeed flash kill.
W interviewer from Dokla. Thank you, man.
For first blood, and it's Sentinels on the board.
Flash forced. Blabber gets the invade now too. Oh, he knows he's on Grump, right? And he's smited. He's just going to drop blue.
The unexpected timing, since he's clearing off the regular camps.
Good stuff.
On the red side does mean when you go for early ganks like that, you pay jungle camps usually, and Blabber's going to make you
Good
pay.
stuff.
Blabber will steal away the blue buff. After the early Jarvan gank, that results in him having a level lead currently in the jungle.
My big question is, can he double scuttle as well? Because he obviously stole the blue. He's just going to recall, so won't be able to double scuttle. So is going to just get that blue buff advantage. But still, nicely done by Hambach. Grabs that early first blood, puts some pressure on APA. And now he is flashless. And they could always look for a repeat, with a flash gold card, so has to be careful.
Ooh.
Nice hook there from Vulcan. The death sentence lands onto Rahel. The Lucian does not want to use the cleanse that early because he knows there's not any kill threat yet, but it does mean he loses half his health bar.
Yeah, and obviously while we're watching mid lane, we did miss who he lost his flash very early in the game. Because his flash has been down for a while, so who he has lost his flash and used his heal that was traded with Vulcan's heal, so obviously a lot of action happening early on in this one.
And you're seeing some of the ramifications of the nerf I was talking about on Rek'Sai, where they did take Rek'Sai down a notch since Worlds, where at Worlds we were constantly getting Rek'Sais pushing in, getting turret plate leads and CS leads over Scion players. But the sustain on minions was...
Have you ever had a Dokla?
And so it's not quite as oppressive as it was previously. Still keeping up the pressure though. Still, of course, double grab, going for these trades and trying to sustain through. Just a little bit better for the Scion angle and the teleport back once you have Bramble for impact.
Yep. I mean, Bramble's okay, but honestly, the healing is not while he's auto-attacking you, so he's not actually applying that debuff. So
right, yeah.
I never am actually a very big fan of Bramble in this matchup. I just think almost all the sustain. Yeah, you're reducing maybe some grass peeling or whatever, but every time he burrows, when you have that full rage bar at this point, as Huhi could be in some trouble.
Yeah, they're trying to fight back though as Rahel jumps in after Sven, hits him with the full Lucian combo. Sven down to 300 HP, but the bubble doesn't find its target. Hambach throws out the Dragon Strike, and as soon as he does that, Blabber decides it's time to go in because the enemy jungler doesn't have
he's
this
no flash.
mechanism. Sven roots him up with
nice.
Gravitum, and Blabber smashes him down with the Bramble Smash.
A really good counter gank here, and this is where you start to see junglers fall behind. When you do an early gank towards mid, drop a little bit of camps,
good stuff.
Then another gank on bottom side, and Blabber has been clearing here. This Maokai with the CS
Yeah, I think Maokai is really strong on this patch.
Has a kill for himself on top of it too. This is going to be a very beefy tank Maokai. I think Blabber
it's Maokai and
to have a very
Ziggs.
big impact on these team fights. Your ultimate is just
on objectives. How do you play?
Value, Sapling's vision value. and you're going to be, very tanky on the front line. He has the phase rush as well, so pretty slippery. Blabber is showing up mid here to answer the support roam from Huhi as well. And he always talks about it himself. Blabber, even though it's not like this carry champ, this flashy champ, he has an insane win rate on it. Lifetime.
He does. And people always meme these Enchanter, roams mid, but it's actually pretty effective. Huhi just walks mid.
Also, Blabber is just sick. Like, he just has it off the kill on the push bot.
So that was pretty nicely done.
And he has upgraded Smite.
Potentially going to have a scrap for the
Dude, he's going to get Crab and Smite.
You know what? We're just going to back off.
He's going to do both of them at the same time.
Getting that second Smite charge ready. Does not think that
W mans.
contest, so he had 2 Smite charges ready.
And he's not going to lose any camps top. Oh my god, it's just a complete...
Yeah, and especially on Mounted Dragons, they take so long to
Woo.
kill. Second charge is back up, ready to finish it off, so he's always efficient. Gets the
Dude, he's going to have so much tempo here.
Next to the dragon, get your Q onto both of them, and kind of business as usual for Cloud9.
Base into another full clear. Oh, he's in tempo heaven.
Despite the early first blood. Vulcan just keeps hitting death sentence after death sentence, constantly keeping the pressure on Huhi and Rahel down here. And it's already, more than a wave of CS advantage for Sven on the Aphelios up against what's supposed to be the suppressive lane in the Lucian Nami.
And honestly, I'm in love with Zeke's convergence for these tank junglers. Inspired did on Malphite yesterday, and it is just so efficient. It got added, the extra ultimate ability haste. Here is the Maokai record I was talking about for Blabber. Very impressive, 77% for him, 19 and 6. Steal away from Hambach, quite nice right there. Even
it feels good.
A little bit, grab some back for him.
Crazy that Blabber's one item. I know it's obviously a very cheap one, but just feels really good to have. Loki, Darkwings could just press his R hit or just Ghost. Yeah. Oh, he red carded.
Darkwings, but he locks a red card instead of the gold, so APA still walking away for now.
Okay.
Blabber has shown up in case Hambach wants to try to dive after the Ziggs, and Sentinels are going to call that one off. Okay, now they're going to call it back on. Hambach re-engages, wants to look for APA, finds a little bit of burst onto him, but honestly not a ton. They're going to fight.
Okay, Blabber still secures that.
And it's Blabber. Like you were talking about, Kobe, the Bramble Smash damage is so strong now, so he secures that big chicken for himself as APA goes back to mid lane. Mega Inferno Bomb going to be used to clear the wave.
Darkwing's doing pretty well, though, in this matchup. They got the early kill onto APA and has been able to do a good job putting some pressure onto APA. I was worried that he would just kind of get locked under his own tower, that he would just be struggling to wave clear against the Ziggs, and we'll see if APA...
Oh, Blabber's getting his get back on blue buff.
Is able to kind of do that. That's really what your goal is.
Jarvan's going to just try and gank lane through bot here.
When you're playing a high wave clear like this is...
The problem is, even if they commit, like if they take too long, Maokai would be here.
Ziggs, are those roams going to be worthwhile? They are all going to be really high risk.
Both junglers down around the bottom lane now as Sentinels back up very far from their tier 1 turret. They do not want to get caught out here by Blabber on the Maokai with that fully completed Zeeks like you're talking about, Kobe. It's such a strong item because it's also so cheap. It's thrift store prices as a jungle item. You feel so good when you buy this thing this early. C9 is up to not quite a 1,000 gold lead, but a small lead for themselves. The largest individual one of those, of course, is Sven down here on the Aphelios. And the Aphelios Thresh lane just seems like it's going great.
3 out of 3 games, Sven has had the biggest lead for Cloud9 early, and they've had leads every single game. So, nice job by them pushing in with the Aphelios Thresh. Gun usage already on display quite nicely, and they actually keep him around here. Here comes Blabber.
Yeah, Sven used the ult to stop the recall because they want to set up for a dive.
Okay, Blabber already going to fire off the Nature's Grasp. Rahel blocks it for Huhi, or tries to, then immediately pops his cleanse. Huhi still gets tagged with it anyway, but honestly, Sentinels are totally safe here. Meanwhile, Thanatos just trying to be annoying, proxy farming and harassing Hambach in the jungle.
So I think what he's doing here is he's actually just pulling the wave. Notice how he didn't touch the minions. He just drives through, stacks up the wave, so now this wave will push out towards him, and he knows, hey, I'm going to be on weak side. My jungler showed bot, so he just wanted to kind of stack that wave, make it come towards him. And Impact just shoves it out.
Yeah, TF can never really roam. Like, he should be... Oh, nice little bit of feet work there.
It's a long time to get there.
Like, he should be able to port down to bot. Like, he can always cheat away, but the problem is, like, at this point, dude, APA would just absolutely destroy the tower.
They're not thriving. They're not.
I think that they're default rotting as soon as they spawn.
That's what they look like to me.
This absolute grub disrespect. Yeah. Well, Blabber, hey, that one's not going to rot. At least one of them, maybe. Blabber's going to go and start trying to farm these up. Hambach, however,
it just
shows his face.
Oh.
Blabber does step back in to get the smite onto grub number 1. Meanwhile, Thanatos and Impact both thinking about getting involved, but Impact does have the significant health advantage here.
That's going to drop
He
it.
has also roamed over, so Sentinels can get both of the remaining grubs for themselves.
Now, the real question is it better to rot or be smoked?
Be smoked, because the rotting takes a long time and you're just kind of lying there.
You don't think it would hurt to get smoked?
At least it's a quick end. Honestly,
you wouldn't even feel it. It's a big lightning bolt from the sky. You're donezo.
It's like, do you want to get tortured in a slow, painful death, or would you like a quick one there, Azale?
Okay, all right, fair.
Okay. All right, back to
neither.
Back to the bottom.
Lightning bolt from decay over time.
It's too real.
All right, let's check back in on our bottom lane action as Sven does have his Storm Razor fully completed. Rahel has answered with the fully completed Essence Reaver. Thank you very much, MasterCard. Vulcan still looking to see if anybody's going to step a little bit too far forward. He can land a death sentence, but Hambach does show down here in the river. Blabber is also ready and waiting nearby. Keep your eyes on the Jarvan Dragon Strike. Remember that the last time they got that kill onto Hambach, it was because he used that too aggressively. He didn't have it available as an escape mechanism, and now Blabber is confident to start up the Drake. Here's the cost of that APA wave clear that we're talking about, because he just shoves the mid lane in so fast. Vulcan's going to be the target here from Sentinels. They want a full commit onto the enemy support.
Oh god. Sven's going to start frying them. Look how many chakrams he has. Oh, can he? Barrier lost? No. Gulp. Well, they still killed mid-jungle, so the Drake is still going to be theirs no matter what.
C9 coming out 2 for 1 so far, as Impact is trying to stick around, but he may regret it. Wants to flash away. A little bit more damage.
Good stuff.
The bouncing bomb is not enough to secure it, and C9 will take the fight. They'll have the 1 extra kill, and they'll get Drake number 2.
It's just like that, up 2,000 gold, up 2 dragons to 9.
Yeah, Sven it felt like was going to fry as
dragon
didn't have it in him.
that is going to be available here for the soul in this one. Cloud9 again just winning out at these dragon fights every single time, and to make matters even worse, that was the first time we've seen an ult from Darkwings this whole game. He has been kind of lane locked, but it's Cloud9 that end up pulling the trigger faster here. They're the ones that decide, you know what, we're going to just go immediately for this. Vulcan flashes in with that play, lanterns him back over.
He even gets a 2-man Chakrama.
But he like ulted in to the middle of all
I guess
of this damage and wasn't really able to
he did kind of close to one-shot Huhi, but he just had to dump his damage into Rahel instead.
As soon as he sees Lucian dash in on him, he says, this is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. And then they lantern Sven in. Sven had to immediately flash out of the Cataclysm too. And then they chased 2 different sides. So Sven did end up going down. That is like the small one little kernel for Sentinels. But it sets you up for a mid-game where you're facing Dragon stacking and another gold lead from Cloud9. And it looks pretty painful again. And we'll see, maybe the next ult from Darkwings, they can make a pick on a side lane in like a safer scenario.
It's looking like it might be Thanatos' last chance to win player of the game in this series. Okay. So how's he doing, Kobe?
I mean, it's still pretty early. I think it's even.
It's even?
I think it's pretty close. Maybe, what do we have here? Vulcan might be pretty far up here. Sven's like, oh, we won lane. I'm pretty hard up here too. Thanatos did his job. So I'll go, it's pretty close.
Okay, pretty close.
Honestly, maybe
doing all right.
Maybe Blabber's kind of... Blabber might be ahead, actually, with the Maokai. Maokai value is crazy.
Worrying trend. Yeah. Also, Rek'Sai not the flashiest champ. So,
no, not really.
But with Titanic, you can have pressure on carries. So you can actually kill carries in the back line.
Very normal.
And,
sometimes some Lucians go really like big dick and they just play IE.
Yeah. Titanic is goated.
A little bit rarer, but it does happen.
It's got teleport advantage.
He can do some stuff.
Got teleport advantage.
Locket's completed for Blabber. I like it. Just when you're playing tank jungler, just go support items. Honestly, it just feels like it's way more impactful. The Zeke's is obviously really powerful and cheap. And then Locket as well. When you're thinking about TF, you're thinking of Jarvan, you're thinking of culling all of this upfront damage that's coming through from the Sentinels comp. Locket's going to help shut that down.
Blabber's approaching this Rift Herald that's already been started up by Sentinels. They've got the combo with the Maokai ulti plus the Mega Inferno Bomb, and there's your Nature's Grasp already used by Blabber. Mega Inferno Bomb down onto 3, and Vulcan's ready to follow it up with a nice death sentence onto Hambach. Dark Wings primes the gold card. They want to try to see if they can put the pressure onto Sven.
Sven's not even gonna die.
Damage to kill him. Hambach's gonna drop, and Dark Wings barely gets away. Sentinels trying to make these fights happen, but it's so difficult. Impact now could be caught here as well. Blabber locks him up with the twisted advance, and with Thanatos there, maybe that's your Titanic Hydra, Kobe. Maybe. Give it to Thanatos. Come on. APA takes the next one.
Guys, it's another scheduled humiliation ritual.
They came here for, but C9 take the fight.
This combo is just so nice. You stack to avoid the Maokai ult, and then in comes the Ziggs ult immediately as they're all trying to stand behind Rahel, who has cleanse. They get AoE'd down so heavily, and then Darkwings is going in with Hambach. Sven basically doesn't care if they do no damage at all.
It's even funnier because
it's so messed up. It's very similar to like the Yone Maokai.
Twisted Fate teleports into your Cataclysm too. And you had Darkwings flash.
It's like everyone goes in together on Maokai because obviously they don't all want to get rooted. Just to get ulted by the Yone. But instead of a Yone R, it's a Ziggs ult. And it's just massive damage.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
That one was a miss.
Oh.
That one was.
Well, now here in the mid lane, Rahel is in danger yet again. Thanatos trying to go for the execute here.
He's actually dead. He has tunnel too. Wow.
C9 get their pick.
Oh, we get MVP chance.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Really wants a player of the game. So
Yone does a big old.
We are fair voters here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be
big old anime all over them. C9 are doing a big
man.
old anime over these guys right now.
Look at that, 1.5 thousand gold. 2-0-2.
Honestly, it's looking pretty good.
I feel like APA's doing a lot and Blabber's doing a lot. Just gonna say, I feel like he's
hush your mouth.
Thanatos has been the beneficiary of some plays that are happening around him. You know, I'm not saying he's doing bad. He's doing fine. But the problem has been this damn mid jungle. They're too good. They've been stealing away so many of these player of the weeks and player of the games.
Yeah.
The Blappa combo is looking strong this year for C9.
The Blappa
Miami Tabe.
Waiting to drop that one.
Miami Tabe doing the Lord's work
to me,
today.
My first reaction when you said Blappa, it sounds like some sort of like whoopee cushion noise or something. Like, wow, Azael, that was a really loud Blappa right there.
Okay.
You're embarrassed or? Cloud9 are going to take another tower. You're proud, yeah.
C9 take the tower.
Well, Rek'Sai's forcing Sion away, so there's no big ultimate. And now they're going to have to stack. And then the Ziggs, yep. Then 2 people are half HP, and then 3 people are rooted by Aphelios R. Oh my god. And Blabber won the Dragon Smite. Oh my god, just put them in the casket now. Just, oh no. Oh, and the death sentence hit on the, oh, just. Oh, just put him in the casket now, bro. Oh, Shibar.
For C9, who are 7,500 gold ahead.
I like Vulcan's moves, man. He's flashing over abilities. He's hitting it, multiple death sentences. You know, McHale'sing himself.
GG.
Keep up the chase, but.
He might be my player of the game.
Thresh looks so OP when it hits every single skill. Bro, genuinely.
All these players on Cloud9 are players of this game for sure.
Sucks having a good team. It's tough out there.
It's too rough, man.
Out there.
It's a tough life.
Yeah.
And your team's up 10,000 gold.
35. I'm starting my ult, okay? Yeah. I'm gonna keep eye you. Okay. Yeah, I'm ulting out, ulting out. Look here. No, ask cleanse. Yeah. No cleanse now. I can block Sion or whatever. Big no, Ace near her? Yeah. I got TF. Yeah. I'm on Lucian. No gold card. I'm on Lucian slowly.
This might be the most useful purple-red Aphelios I've ever seen. Might be the most useful purple-red Aphelios I've ever seen.
Again, C9 is just seeming like they are on point. They're going to look for Sven, though.
Yeah, flash gold card,
okay.
The immediate flash from Sven. He pops the barrier and tries to survive.
Well, here's the follow-up.
Oh,
God. Oh, God. Ah! It's a horror.
2 for 1 already here for C9 as Impact has to try to flash away. The Sion is not looking particularly tanky as they juggle him around back and forth between Bramble Smashes and Flays and Zig Satchels. There's just nowhere for Impact to go. He'll go down farming because it's the only thing the Sion's going to get. 10,000 gold lead for C9 20 minutes in.
It's actually player of the
Baba.
game material to give the Sion kill to your Ziggs and not take it. I I would have saved my E. I would have saved my E to bite and steal that last kill. But he gave it to the carry.
-1. There you go. Man, look at this. Your TF, you're way behind. You're like, don't worry, guys. I'll gold card someone. 1 Mikhails, 2 Mikhails. That is tough. So they even have the double Mikhails now. So good luck finding a pick.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta say,
really good. I don't know how to play.
With the advantage of hindsight, maybe Vayne wouldn't have been so bad. Maybe we should have gone Vayne this game.
What would Vayne have accomplished here? That's the real
C9 like the G2 of NA, the casters just adore everything they do. If they misplay, it's for content. If they are happy gaming or trolling, they never give teams other teams credit. No, I think this is just really anecdotal and what people experience or feel they experience. Generally, oh, bro. Oh, he actually lit. Oh, no, he's dead. Like, bro.
30 seconds. Why not add a 21-minute Baron onto this all?
Do I think collectively as like commentators at times we're glazing a team or one team too hard? Yeah, okay, we're getting a little bit of a buffer. But like, bro, have C9 made a major mistake this game? Have they? Like, have they made a major mistake?
And Darkwing's just going to have to ult down to bot. They're going to try to...
Don't think they have.
They've looked like by far the best team.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know, only if they win.
Little question mark there. It's a mystery. But, you know, for
you know what I mean? Like, I can hear like how people feel with G2 because they've been like the winning team for so long. And I think people just get bored of the same team winning. But like, bro, we tear into G2. Well, we, like, I'm a part of the LEC still, but like, bro, they tear into G2 when they do bad.
They're trying to get an objective bounty right now with the Twisted Fate split push here, so...
Like, let's not pretend like they don't. Like, it's really... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to turn it up, actually.
I admit, underwhelmed.
I thought it was going to be louder.
Like, it's mega cool to say that, like, casters don't flame the teams doing well.
Because when I hear that noise, I really need it usually. So it seems louder.
Sentinels going in, trying to find the move onto Blabber.
Zigzag kind of did nothing here. Blabber is so unkillable. Oh my god. Did he Mikhails himself? Or was that, I don't know which Mikhails it was, it doesn't matter. He just still didn't die.
And we've got ourselves a 5 versus 3 as Cloud9 are looking to put the finishing touches on this game. 23 minutes in, the Baron's still got a minute and a half left on it, and C9 have made their way onto the Nexus turret. Darkwings is just gonna die again. The Twisted Fate was not the answer to their problems, and C9 are going to continue rampaging.
It's just a 23-minute stomp.
Weekend of clean sweeps. They will 3-0 Sentinels. They will earn themselves a spot in the finals, and they'll do all of it after they get done padding their stats just a little bit more, trying to get every last kill possible. Sentinels can't do anything about it, and C9 stop the series.
Well, Golden Glue in the interview was asking, can he just first pick Ziggs like that? Yeah, he can. Turns out it's got to stay on the ban list. The Ziggs is looking good as ever. Cloud9 are looking better than ever. Spam chat now with your play of the game. Mine, I think, has got to be Vulcan. I feel like he was just on point, setting up so many plays on the Thresh.
He does not
complete stomp
on that champion.
Complete stomp. C9 are just the best in the West.
It's really hard to beat.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how good they are compared to the rest of the LCS.
Good hustle out there.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, he's still got next weekend to try to win himself a player of the game. C9 has already earned themselves a spot in the finals on Sunday. We'll see who they end up facing there, but whoever it is going to have their work cut out for them. Azale, you already said it, but C9 just seems so far above everyone else right now.
They really do. It's going to be up to the rest of the teams to try to prove that they can compete with C9. But even if Thanatos does not win player of the game, he'll be able to settle for a finals appearance here. He'll settle for trying to go to first stand, and we can see them getting ready on stage. Raz is going to be there with Thanatos and APA. They're ready for the interview. Take it away, Raz.
There we go. Congratulations to both of you guys for Cloud9 and being able to qualify for the finals. First question is going to go straight to Thanatos, actually, because the whole story was you being able to get player of the game and play the series. Do you feel like you were able to do that today?
We'll watch the interviews here.
Top's too big of an island, no matter how big he plays.
We'll watch the interviews
the fan
here.
votes have been coming in, and a lot of fans have been supporting you. Do you guys think he gets player of the game or the series? Do you think he deserves it?
Thank you.
If this is the democracy,
And then we will crack on with
What's your thoughts?
with Resident Evil 4, and we'll finish it tonight.
I took a bus. My team was driver instead of except me, but I think I play pretty chill, but not that crazy.
Okay, and for APA, you finally
Might be a good idea to do a new stream tech for RE4 today. Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, I mean, I think
We are going to for sure.
Draft was just pinched. They had like so many things to ban, so many things to like care for.
You're doing Ada's DLC today too? I don't know how long or short it is. If it's short, I can, but if it's lengthy, then I probably can't.
Was, like, nearly always a free win, even though I died like level 4, whatever it was.
You said there was a reason why it's pinched. I feel like the reason is you guys have been.
It's a fairly big one. Oh, then probably not.
Game score the entire split. You guys have been very.
I'll probably do it in my own time.
Where do you think AP? I'll ask you first. Where do you think that is coming
Basically
from?
another half of the game. Oh fuck no, I
I
can't.
think last year, C9 was still a really good team. They just kind of choked in playoffs.
For sure.
So
it's worth doing. I'll do it, but I probably won't do it this week or until I've beat RE9.
Win finals and go to first 10.
Hey, do you align with that one, Thanatos? Because you've been the consistent player. What is the difference that you've seen on this team this time around that means you guys are performing as well as you are in playoffs?
I feel like compared to last year, we are really locked in to win the game, and especially on stage, we don't make mistake, like except me, like.
In scrims, we are not locked in though.
What's happening in scrims?
I don't know, but we win every single stage game, so. Sure, yeah.
Exactly. Guess it doesn't matter. And now what matters is, I guess, your next opponent. There's 3 possible opponents of Team Liquid, of Sentinels, of course, and of Lion. Who do you guys expect or want to face in the finals?
Well, for me, I think it's like I want a finals rematch versus Inspired, if possible. Or I also just want to beat Team Liquid in finals and show that they were wrong.
What about you, Thanatos?
I want to meet Team Liquid because I think Morgan is really strong top laner, and I want to prove myself. Like I want to prove I'm the best top laner, the LCS.
Any final words you guys have there for the fans who've been with you guys for a while now? Thanatos, you first.
Sorry, what was the question?
Any final words?
What do you say?
Any final words for the fans, like a word for the fans? Anything you want to say to them?
Obviously, we are going to final and we are going to win. So thank you for the cheering, and it's our season.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very famous quote, but the job's not done. Even though we've done incredible so far this split, we've yet to win the trophy. So I think we just need to keep locked in for next Sunday, and we'll do well.
All right.
W.
Congratulations again for both of you guys. Thank you all for being here. Gonna send this one straight back to the lounge.
Yeah, NA only has one team going to first stand, correct.
Thank you, Raz. Jobs not done. Quick rule clarification as well for why we didn't see Vayne in that game. It's not about whether or not it affected C9. This is a... It is. I know this has happened before. I just feel like the exact rule hasn't been written. But if you make a mistake in draft and the other team doesn't lock in beforehand, or if it's not a mistake of like the timer running out, if it's clearly like we had time, we just clicked the wrong champion and reported immediately, then you're allowed to remake the draft, which is the situation that we had here, which is why we didn't get Vayne. But we were kind of joking that maybe it would have been better if they had it, because then they have an excuse for.
I mean, the commission would have had to make an executive decision here, you know, if they had to play Vayne. So I'm glad they weren't.
Yeah, at least we got to see the fair game.
Yeah.
We have a ton of awards to get through here. We're going to have Player of the Game, Player of the Series, and Player of the Week. But Player of the Series is going to be Sven. So massive KDA, really dominant in lane, which I feel like hasn't been as true so far this year. It's been more of the scaling picks, but he kind of had the whole package today, Dokla.
Yeah, I mean, he played lane really well in all 3 games. I think he had like 1,000 gold lead pretty much by the time, like 14 minutes around there. So it's like, if you have a lead like that, you're typically going to, you know, play pretty well with the, I mean, in the lead, and the whole team is ahead. So playing AD carry when you're just being babysat is pretty easy to do.
Player of the game, the fans.
Yeah, Vulcan.
I mean, Vulcan. Azale did say it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like casters are able to game the system a lot of the time.
They're swaying public opinion.
I feel like you have a lot of power. I don't even disagree with Vulcan. I'll say I voted APA. I thought he had a good
Thanos packing
series.
a bag to return to Korea after being snubbed yet again. He's on his way out, man.
Really good.
Remember, we voted for.
Yeah, the top lane solidarity here. We're going for Thanatos.
He played well enough to win Player of the Game.
Yeah. I mean, he did fine. I mean, in this meta, like you can't really.
Who did win Player of the Game? By the way, I know it was also Sven.
Oh, Sven won
It was Sven.
I mean, it's just rigged. You know, it should have went to Thanatos, but you know.
Yeah.
That's
well, happens. Player of the week, though, for the first time in 5 weeks, it's not a Cloud9 player. The player of the week goes to your teammate Dokla, Inspired. You wanna gas him up a bit more?
Yeah, he's really good. I think in this series, he pretty much completely controlled our series, and he just read Griffin like a complete book.
True.
And I think this was the cleanest series we played, obviously, so far this year, and it's looking good for us here at Lion, and looking forward to run the gauntlet next week.
I mean, this is an interesting thing. You've been in this situation last year with 100 Thieves as well at the end of the regular season, where in order to win the split, you have to win 3 consecutive best of 5s.
He does give off EU vibes, I agree, APA, with the maturity. Okay, chat. So if you're on YouTube, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be shifting over to our Resident Evil playthrough. So I'm going to end the stream. If you still want to hang out here, come over to Twitch. That's simple. We're going to end the stream for the sanctity of the live VODs. So thank you for hanging out today. If I don't see you here for Resident Evil, then see you next week for, of course, finals weekend. We'll be doing CBLOL, we'll be doing LCS. We're doing a little bit of LPL as well in the mornings. So yeah, guys over on YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you guys are. Take it easy. Peace.
Actually, I think they had to do that.
Okay, YouTube stream is done, and then here.